1, 2, 3, you put your eyes on me. 5, 5, 6, and my feelings are mixed. 7, 8, 9, I just follow the signs. 10, kiss me in the rain. 1, 2, 3, you're too blind to see. 4, 5, 6, 8, I'm taking the risk. 7, 8, 9, I just follow the line. 10, kiss me in the rain. Children, we're just children.
Welcome back, everybody. Do apologise about had a little bit of an issue with the stream, but we're back up, and they've actually had a bit of a lobby restart anyway. So we had a couple of drivers. So the driver didn't have a setup loaded in. Anyway, I am the Beagles, and joining me in the commentary box is Snacksy. G'day, mate. Snacks. We should be ready to go.
We're Snacks here. I think it should work now. We're all ready to go. We're just waiting for one driver to ready up here, and we can go into the formation lab soon. We've already talked to a few of these drivers. They seem ready for the race, and they're itching to go racing now. So yeah, should be good to start now.
Yeah, it should actually be itching to start, of course, because they've been waiting a little bit in the lobby there as we've been waiting for everybody to load in. We'll see that bit of a tyres strategy coming up soon as well, because it is a choice of tyres that we'd heard before during the driver's interview. So that will be something that'll be really interesting. That was apparently the plan out there, wasn't it, from Kurz, the man that's starting on pole, saying usually it's a soft to mediums or mediums to soft.
Yeah, it should be interesting, especially out in front. Whether these guys think it's a smart idea to go for the mediums at the start, but they'll have the disadvantage at the race start. So maybe they don't want to be overtaken at the race start, and they'll start on the softs. But it's kind of a gamble. If you start on the mediums, you'd be hoping for others to start on the mediums as well. But then if they start on the softs, then you might just lose that position at the race start. And yeah, the track position is going to be very important here for the first few laps. Like I think Bailey said, he's got more pace on the straights than Kurz. So might be that if Bailey gets the move done early, then he can keep him behind.
There they are right now, are starting on their formation lap. All 17 of these gladiators here for Slipstream League Racing. There, so you can see there, it's only the Haas driver, I think, that is in P6 electing to go to the softs, as well as Snell. And there you're in two drivers in the top 10, and then you've got Shaka and Dio. Everybody else has slapped on those mediums, so that's going to be very interesting, as you'd mentioned. There's that track map on the right-hand side. I'll may remove that a little bit later into the race so that we can get that. There's your predicted pit stop strategy. So the game is actually predicting a two-stopper. Some of the drivers saying you can do a one-stopper, which would be quite
I'm
interesting.
wondering if we'll see some hard tires towards the end of the race. If somebody isn't too good at the tire management, or maybe has a spin here or there, then there could be a chance of somebody just going for the hards and go until the end. Could be good as well if there's a safety car early on.
Yeah, it's a safety car. That tight turn up in the you see on the track map, that should turn 1, and then you go to the Lagos down at turn 3. I'm a little sloppy with my commentating today because I'm kind of pausing for words, but it's a little earlier for me than it is for you guys. It's in the afternoon for me, and I didn't get much sleep last night. But this is going to wake me up for sure. Absolutely for sure.
Oh, yeah, we're getting ready for a very explosive race start here. So yeah, all of the top guys, like you said, all of the top 5 took that gamble for the mediums, and they're all on the mediums, so the gamble did pay off for all of them, I guess. But yeah, the first one on those soft tires, Mippo in P6, so maybe he can make some overtakes at the race start.
Now's the time to shine on those medium soft tires, as I do like this camera angle that you're going to see those cars all the way down the main straight. I'm going to leave it to you, obviously, as well there, Snacksy, to call the race starts. It's just a tradition I do.
Right, so everybody lining up now for the grid. We're almost ready to start. And it's 1 light, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. And away we go. It's looking like a very good start from Kurz, but Bailey as well. Dragon getting a bit slow off the line there. Pemi trying to look to the inside, but not quite getting it yet. Out in front, there's Bailey right behind Kurz. He's right on his tail, almost overtaken. Ippo takes the inside on Pemi here for P5. Ippo does make the move stick now, but it's a bit scrubbly here. It's looking at the front, still no overtakes. Bailey's still behind Curse. He was off the track for a bit there. But yeah, oh, and Bailey goes for the dive down the outside. He almost gets it done, and he's still on the outside, and Bailey is away from Curse. So Bailey now in P1, Curse right behind, looking pretty fast here. Could still be an overtake. But yeah, Bailey now in P1 with Curse slotting in behind, getting a good exit here. Could still be a move, but no, gets a bit of wheel spin there, and it's not. Oh, and it's Lepo spinning. Epo is around, and he's down to P14 now. Yeah, off the track. And Neo Dio as well in P6 now on those softs. Those softs working very well in the race start. But yeah, Epo, of course, spinning, losing positions there.
Yeah, getting an overtaken opportunity on the softs there. Somebody at the front. So Bailey getting past. He didn't quite think he was going to do that, did he, in the press race interview, but confident enough in doing it, but he has. And remember, it's lap 1 of 66, a long lot of racing to go. I don't think too many drivers would be that upset about getting an overtake or being overtaken just this early.
Yeah, so we got the first lap done now, and Curse is right behind Bailey again, but like Bailey said before the race, Curse is looking pretty slow on the straights in comparison. So Bailey getting that overtake he needed at the race start now.
Bit of a battle going on there between Grease and Owen. As I think we also see the other Haas driver dropping back. Actually, just in the background, they're dropping back behind the McLaren. But this little battle is tied here between the Aston Martin of Owen. And he's going to go side by side down into Tori VIP here. The tight hairpin. He's going to have the inside line. I think he might very well have the overtake done as they go climbing down into 7 and 8. 8 being Samsung, so whether or not he is a Apple or a Google lover, he just loves the fact that he's got a position overtaken there up at the P10.
Yeah, we're also seeing some very good wheel-to-wheel here for P7 and 8. Tipsy Bob and Wemsky went side by side for quite a few corners there. Wemsky couldn't quite make the move stick, and there was a lot of contact there as well. And now Neo Dio in front of them is struggling a bit in that middle sector. So Tipsy Bob looking to make an overtake here as well on the driver on the soft tires. Meanwhile, out in front, Curse still right behind Bailey. He's very strong in that third sector, so now still getting a good launch off that last corner, but Bailey pulling away on the straight again.
I guess Bailey's just maximizing all his energy, his ERS deployment, to try to fend off there. Well, Curse is not really mounting that much of a charge just yet. Maybe is it more difficult to be in the dirty air with the tire situation, fuel situation? Somebody's mentioned that out there in the chat before as well, so good on you. Now we play green light, red light. Here we go. Oh, he didn't quite know where to go, did he? But he's decided, okay, I'll have to go around the outside. Oh. And it's going to be a little bit of a drag race here, up into 7 and 8. Yes, that's a classic overtaking opportunity out of 5. But this is where it can get a little bit tricky, especially on those chicanes you guys mentioned. They can get punishing. You can see Bailey got punished a little bit. The rear end slipping out there, but still on track. That's the main thing. Climbing on down into the actual turn 10, the same turn, Portimao, as the track.
We were further down the grid. Wemsky has got almost sent himself into a spin out of turn 4, trying to fight these guys. I think his tires are getting a bit hot because he's starting to struggle again, and Owen takes the position from him as well. So both Fox and Owen have gone past Wemsky here.
Yeah, look at this massive traffic jam.
Struggling on traction a bit, yeah.
All the way from the Ferrari back. In fact, the Ferrari's joining on the back of there. That's Tipsy Bot.
Oh, and Cursed right on the back of Bailey. He's right behind it. He's getting the slipstream. He might be going for a move here. And he's on the outside.
Yeah, this guy. Oh,
going around the outside of Bailey. He's got so much speed around.
We'll go on board with the Ferrari.
On track. Oh, and Crystal also goes for the dive.
Yes, Crystal sees this opportunity when they're battling it out. He's slowly been getting time on him, and he has. And now he's got some. Well, he's got some Bailey. Kurz is back in the lead of this race, but now he's got to think about Crystals. And Dragon's going to be joining this party anytime soon. As
when Crystal hits him in the back. Crystal just hit Bailey in the back, but no damage, I think. It's looking like a bit of a bump there from the back, but yeah, Crystal got a bit too much speed into the hairpin. Oh, Bailey's spinning! Oh, yes. Bailey sent it to a spin. No!
He did exactly, I think, what he was talking about, wasn't he? He was saying, he's got to be really careful of those chicanes, and it's exactly what he slipped on, I think.
Yeah, he just took. I think he took a bit too much curb there, trying to defend from Crystal there, but yeah, just sent himself into a spin, and he's down at P5 now, and his tires are going to be quite a bit hotter than those of the other guys around him.
This guy's
so yeah,
cool
Black
off.
and Pammy now go past.
Oh, there's a spin too from Owen, I think it was. Yes, it was. So I don't know if that was a
both
glitch.
of those Aston Martins spinning now, and he's very far off track there. just rejoining now with Snell Henke.
So, yes, unless I don't know, a little bit of a ghosting, maybe a little bit of a lag glitch or something with that, but we won't actually say the D word. It's now banned. It's been officially banned from all motor racing. You all know what that is. So far, so touch wood, we've been good. Huge battle at the back here. And it's with the guys just outside and inside the top 10 points. And there's Foxy and
Fox
Nero.
really Fox really just outbroke himself against Neo Dio
Oh,
there.
carbon fiber flying off in the background too between those drivers. Not quite sure who it was, but there was some of it. Look how backed up they are. And they're 6 seconds down the road from Fox. Sorry, Foxy's 6 seconds down the road from. And this is a massive battle in the middle.
Keep the position from Neo Dio here. Fox on those medium. Oh, and Tipsy Bob goes for the dive. Neo Dio going off track to defend that position. Oh, it's not quite enough. He doesn't get enough speed out at that corner. And Tipsy Bob takes P7 here.
Every one of these drivers are bunched up that close, really. All the way down to Snell and P15. You can see those intervals.
Oh, and there's another spin. I think it's Epo. Epo's around, and he's down in P15 now with Snell Henke again. Apparently everybody who spins just joined Snell Henke there.
Yeah. But at least you got to have a spin, get it over and done with early days, because there's plenty of racing to come.
Absolutely, and there still could be a safety car. And as soon as there's a safety car, everybody's going to be back out right behind the leaders. But yeah, we've got quite a huge gap, actually, between the top 5 and everybody behind. So we've got this train here down from P6 from Fox, but we also have a huge battle out in front. I think Pemi is very close now to Dragon.
Get a
of course,
battle.
with the DRS assistance, you can get quite a lot of time on the straight there.
Battle here right now for 8th, 9th, 10th. It does look like the McLaren's got that overtaking opportunity in there. He was just behind the Williams, I believe it was. Yes, he was, sorry, the Alpine. Alpine's on the soft tyres too, so they're making... Still got plenty of life left in them, no doubt. But obviously, I think Neo got not the best exit coming out of turn 15, and that's made him a little bit of a sitting target. But DRS works both ways. Remember, he'll get that DRS back coming this lap.
We're seeing some drivers pit now. I think they had some wing damage. Wamski and Repo have been in the pits, and they've got some new tires on. They're on the softs though, so they want to take these softs and then perhaps go on the mediums still until the end of the race. But they think they can gain a lot of time if they use another set of softs now.
21-second pit stop usually costs you around here, give or take.
Oh, such a close battle here for P8 and 9.
Yeah, I'm on board right now. I'm on board with Maker. Or Makender, from his perspective of the view there, because he can see that Williams up ahead, and obviously he can also see Tipsy Bob.
Yeah, so Makender very much in that dirty air in the last corner, but now in the slipstream as well, and he's gaining on Grease, but just very slowly, because all of those guys have the DRS. It's a very long DRS train here, down from Fox to Makender in P9. And Fox still keeping that first position, that train for now. Oh, Pemi's going for a move. Pemi's going for a dive on Dragon, but Dragon's getting a pretty good launch out of that corner now. Taking the inside line, Pemi's gonna have to go to the outside. But that's gonna be the inside for the next corner. Pemi taking that racing line, and Dragon has to slot in behind for now.
And guess what? Bailey's coming back to join that party again after he felt quite some time away from them because he had that spin, but he is really working on that. Can we see the lap
Pemi
delta?
outbraking himself a bit there, so...
Yes, maybe. Yeah, we can. I can show you the lap delta information if you like out there, Ocean. I won't show the other information, the telemetry, because I don't want to spoil the ERS information that some of the engineers are providing their drivers. So let me show you that. Lap data, I think, is what you want. Yeah.
Oh, I'm seeing the slipstream happen again. Dragon right on the back of Pemi now. Pemi doesn't have the DRS, and Dragon is gaining. And he's pulling to the inside, and behind them, Bailey Thompson also going for the inside. So Dragon pulling Bailey Thompson. Oh, and they've both made the move stick before the end of the straight. So Dragon and Bailey Thompson getting pulled through by Dragon there. Both of them with the DRS, and now Pemi down in P5.
Absolutely
and
fantastic.
Time penalties as well.
Oh yeah, some of them coming in thick and fast. I'm seeing actually a lot of warnings from drivers. That's something that will definitely come back and bite you later in the race. So Bailey's definitely trying to claw his way back up. Remember, he started in P2 in this race. Currently, at the moment, he is running in P4. Doesn't want to be there. Wants to be the sharp end, especially. Crystal's managing to keep Kersey for company. But yeah, you can see that they're falling off that leading pack there. So Dragon just up there, currently in P3, is almost 4 to 5 seconds off those front leaders, and that's something that's in the back of Bailey's mind. Is I need to get past him right now and join that party. But you don't want to be losing too much time too soon, right? Yeah.
It should be looking pretty good for Bailey Thompson now, because he's about to get the DRS on this straight now, and Dragon is going to be the one defending from 2 drivers.
And good on him. Good on these drivers. You know, they committed so much to this 100% race. They've done a lot of the qualifying. They have a sprint race. They know this track quite well now. Here we go. This is the
Bailey very fast on that straight. Bailey just making that move stick at the halfway point of that. Oh, somebody spun around. I think that's Griese.
The Alpine driver, yes, he is. He's out there in the grass. He's trying to get he's on the hill as well, so the car's rolling backwards, and he's retired from the session, and that's unfortunate. You don't want to do that for putting in so much effort, even if you are come back out plump last. I saw that actually in a league race the other day, that somebody was plump last and then ended up winning the race later on. So I wouldn't say give up just yet, unless he's got some sort of issue or something. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's looking like there could still be chances for those drivers who spin and make a mistake somewhere, and there could still be a safety car at some point. We see Wemsky and Nepo still going strong with those softs now. They're gaining back a bit of time on the field.
Who is it? Wemsky? Did you say Wimpy and
Wemsky and Nepo at the back? I think they had some damage, had to pit. And
they did,
now
yeah,
on the softs they're going a bit quicker.
And that goes to show you too. Look what happened with Bailey here. Bit of a spin. That's got to be a bit gut wrenching. Like, oh damn it, you know. I was there battling for the lead of this race, and all of a sudden now dropped back. Well, I think he dropped back to P6 or P7, but he's built it back up there. He's put his head down.
Talking about Bailey though, he's gonna have to defend now. This time he's the one out in front, and every time you're the one in front, you have to defend from 2 drivers with DRS right behind you. But it's looking like he's got the pace on the straight. He got the straight line speed to keep them behind for now. Pretorius taking a 3-second time penalty there. He's already up to 12 seconds, so he is gaining positions very, very quickly, I'd say. But he's getting those penalties, and he's going to lose positions at the end of the race.
We're getting some issues, I think, down there. I think Ocean Chief, are you maybe engineering? Because there's crystals at the moment, and we won't say the D word, but he's referring to that very word, saying that Kurz is the D word for this driver, the Ferrari. Hopefully that may just be one of those things that happen every once in a while, where the car just disappears and reappears somewhere, but generally could be still good.
Yeah, we'll hope we won't see any wall riding cars like we have seen in Monaco. But yeah, it should be. There should still be a chance for those guys to just drive it out cleanly out in front. But if they're just not seeing each other, that could be a bit tough.
Yeah, I mean, spectating as well. I've had that where I've seen a car just go here and there every once in a while. But I spoke to drivers about it later. They're like, "No, it was okay." I'm like, "Well, that's the main thing. The main thing is the drivers. If it's good for them." We're expandable up here in the commentary boxes. We're seeing Wimpy going around the outside of the Haas. And still going to be side by side, but as you're going to climb your way down around into the last corner, the galloping, it's just galloping your way down the main line. But who's going to get the DRS activation between these two cars? And obviously the Red Bull being a white livery at the moment too, so they're both white. Which one's the quickest?
I've just seen Bailey lock up a little, so Dragon's still right on the back of him, and Bailey very much under pressure defending here from both Dragon and Pemi. But both Dragon and Pemi, of course, with time penalties, those are going to come in at the end of the race. But for now, Bailey needs to stay in front of these guys so he can try to catch back up to Crystal and Curse, which I believe he's actually doing, very slowly catching back up to Crystal and Curse, very slowly clawing back that time that he's lost at the in the first few laps.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on his lap times at the moment. Current last lap was a 1:21.4, but 1:21.1 was what Crystal's was doing, so Crystal's a little bit faster. But the leader, Kurz, is doing a 1:21.4. Remember, Kurz doesn't have the DRS, so his time's always going to be a little bit more difficult. Now they're in the 120s, 120.8 for both of them. But Bailey's a 121.2. So he's got to pick that pace up a little bit more, I feel. He's only on a warning. That's the thing that's not going to hurt him. Well, I said, God, I'm really rusty today. I said that I had a little weather forecast thing to bring it, so let's pull that up. I guess, and have a look at the telemetry
Yeah,
forecast
let's
that I
see if
have.
there's
Whoop,
any rain expected.
it's
It's
not
looking
loading.
pretty clear right now.
That's not loading. There you
Well,
go. Ah, it was before, but I must.
well, I'm just gonna look at the sky then.
Yeah, look at the
It's
sky.
looking pretty clear actually. There's a few clouds there. There's a few clouds that back there over the mountains. They could be coming in towards the end of the race. But yeah, for now, definitely still looking dry. I don't think we're expecting any rain anytime soon.
Now,
So
30.
drivers
Oh,
can
we've lost
manage
Owen.
their
30
strategy.
minutes. About 30 minutes time. It's overcast, so there's a
Oh.
possibility. And I'll see where Owen's car is parked. There it is.
Oh yeah, he's hit a wall there.
Yeah, that's a classic coming out of 4 and hit the
And
loud
that's a safety
pedal.
car, full safety car. Yeah, we said it before. There's a very good chance of a safety car happening, and now it's happening. We'll have to see who's gonna pit. As I said, there is a chance to go on the hards right now. There is also especially for the soft runners, it might be soon enough to go on the mediums, but those mediums are gonna be pretty hurting at the end of the race.
They're coming in.
See
They
Kurst
are.
pulling towards the.
Oh, what a
and
dummy!
He faked it.
They both
They both
dummied it.
dummy. Crystal didn't quite follow him, but Bailey is
Oh.
going for the pit stop, and so is Dragon behind him.
That was
I mean,
absolutely
P5 also
fun.
pulling into the pits.
I'm not quite
Yeah,
sure how
that's-
legal that is, but it's certainly entertaining, that's for sure, isn't it? Because, yeah, it's a difficult situation when you're the first car, isn't it? Like, the other cars behind you tend to follow. And so Kurz is like, okay, well, let's see if you're going to follow me in the pit lane. And obviously, the Ferrari did, but also managed to pull out just in time.
Right, and here we've got the red Mercedes safety car. Kurz catching up to the red Mercedes safety car here. And he's being collected with Crystal as well behind him, so maybe the desync isn't too bad. I saw him stop pretty cleanly behind
We're not allowed to use the D word.
Uh-oh.
It's banned. It's the D word, that's all. We just don't say what it is.
Yeah.
That's how you curse it. That's what I figured out.
Yeah, we're
If you
seeing
if
some
you don't
very
say
good
it, yeah.
connection between these
Yeah,
two drivers.
There you go. I love it. The glass is half full, not half empty. That's the way we work here. SLR Slipstream.
I don't think we've seen any 5-second penalties, so everybody getting into the pits slowly and calmly.
Yeah,
And
that's
we're
true. They
seeing
did.
A lot of people. We're seeing people go for 2 stops here. I think Bailey Thompson went from the mediums to the softs. Those are not going to last to the end. He's going to come in again towards the end of the race, but he thinks that maybe he can make some overtakes happen on those softs. Maybe get past Fox and McKenna, and then he'll be battling with Kirsten Crystal for the race lead.
He'll be gambling on another safety car. I think I got a replay of some of the action that happened before, so let's just double check that. There was an action replay of. That was the 3 car. I think this was Bailey's spin. Look, this is Bailey's spin. That's how far back that was. That is right there. And as you said, I think he just clipped the inside there. This is on lap 4. This is what forced.
Yeah, I think he might have
Bailey.
touched the grass a little there.
Yeah, it is in the inside as well, not the outside where it touched. So no contact with the other drivers, which was great. He had the pressure, obviously, of Crystal's right there behind. I'm just going to show the replay another time just to see it for everybody out there. That's an action replay that we're going to have. I didn't get a chance to use too much of it for this race because there's so much racing going on.
I'm just now reading some of the comments that our spectators are making, and I'm seeing a comment. It's raining in Belfast.
I was going to say.
Yeah, not quite here down in Portugal. It's looking very hot here in Portugal today.
Yeah, on the coastline it doesn't tend to rain too much. It's raining. It's going to be raining here in Panama, I guarantee, by the afternoon soon because it rains here every day, almost on cue. So to your audio levels are okay out there because sometimes we're in the red line on the Streamlabs. So when you get the red line, when you get hyped up, which is great. I just want to make sure it's not going too
Just
distorted.
screaming a bit too loud.
Yeah, it's fine. Nothing wrong with screaming too loud because we're pumped, we're excited. And what I'm going to be excited about now is how they're bunched up because safety cars breed safety cars. That's generally the rule of thumb, isn't it? Because all the cars are so
absolutely. We saw some contact at the race start, and I'm sure we'll see some contact at least at the restart as well. We're just gonna hope that there's not gonna be any retirements. Just some light tapping between friends.
This is, I had to say, looking good for Bailey as well. Bailey Thompson in P5 who started in P2 because he is the first of the other drivers, or the first of the drivers to make pit stops. I'll show you those pit stops right now. How many they've had.
Could also be very interesting for Dragon here on the mediums. If he can make those tires last to the end, that could be a very interesting strategy. Because he's very quick as well. I'm pretty sure he can keep pace with Bailey still. And if he can make that happen, then that might actually be a chance for him to get even a podium, maybe even better. We'll have to watch that. Oh, and there's contact on a safety car. Neo Dio and Wimpy touched under a safety car, and then they've got, I think, a 5-second penalty each. Yeah, both of them getting a 5-second penalty there.
Oh, in the chat there, that's the retirement that calls the safety car. And I wouldn't say out there, dirty hair up the hill. Smallest tap ever on the wall, and your wheel came off. Yeah, we saw that. Your car was parked outside of turn 4, I think, and on the inside line down the middle straight. Well, Owen, thank you very much for racing, my friend. Unfortunately, it didn't go the way you wanted it to go, but certainly lots of fun.
Oh, look at that strategy call.
Ippo
just pitting for the hards now.
Oh, it might have had damage. Let's have a look at how long this pit stop will be.
He's pitting off the hards. He's gone for the hards and he's going back to the mediums now.
Interesting. Short
Maybe
pit stop.
he thinks he can make the mediums last.
Not a bad idea. And why not get it done now? You can back up to the back of the safety car if you get to back in there in time. They're all turning in turn 5.
Hurry a bit.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it, under a safety car, how you can go absolutely flat out to catch the safety car. But everybody else has to go slow. I mean, realistically, in the real world, of course, they wouldn't have to go. During the scene of the accident area, they have to go super slow. And that, he already just went past the scene of the accident area. That's where Owen's car was, but Owen's car's been removed.
That's right here. We're seeing, I think the car has been retrieved, and we might be ready to go racing again soon.
They're pretty quick, the marshals here, mate. Pretty quick. He's got to catch the back of the pack as well, see? He will catch him. So that's not a bad, why not? If you're already back there, you want to switch out those tyres, get it done. Now's the time, because you don't want to be doing it under green flag conditions. Trigger point should come up. Oh, no, we have passed the trigger point. So, no, they get another lap. Another lap for safety car.
All right, so,
no
safety car in this lap.
That's a very late call. Okay, here we go. It does actually in this track.
Maybe race direction wasn't quite sure what they were going to do. But yeah, it should be very interesting now. We've got 5 cars, so we're looking very fast out in front. We've also got Dragon on some fresh mediums. And Pemi also on the fresh softs like Bailey. We've got Curse backing up the field.
Yeah, he becomes a safety car right now. And this becomes tricky, too, from the drivers. They got to be really careful. They're braking and they're lifting, accelerating and lifting. They don't want to be slapped up the back. And here we go. The man that's not lifting right now is Kurz. He's on there. He's on.
Very good restart from Fox as well in P4.
Yes, excellent.
Bailey trying to find Bailey taking the inside. Fox went too far on the outside there. Maybe some touch with McKender as well. Bailey taking the inside on McKender as well. Bailey on those fresh softs looking very fast.
Absolutely fantastic start there.
Oh, and he's switching back on McKender. McKender pushing in towards the outside there. But Bailey take. And there's huge contact there. Yeah, there's a double tap and a triple tap. So they're getting a little bit elbows out. Still early days in the racing. Lap 16 to 66. You're not going to survive too long racing out like that, guys. And we don't want to see wheel-to-wheel racing, but tapping a little bit too much, unless we all know there could be a bit of the D word between them. Dragon's a part of this party. You said to look out for him, and he is bringing it. Oh, and Bailey is losing position there. Dragon has gone past Bailey. Bailey now down in P5. He was so close to overtaking McKender there. There was just a bit too much contact for him, and he had to back out of that move. So now he's down in P5, but he'll try to start overtaking again on those softs.
What if it has damage or not? I'm not quite sure. Pemi's now putting a little bit of pressure up. Ali's just caught a little bit out, isn't he? Just not getting the temperature up into these tyres and these softs at the moment quite well. As Pemi's going to be ready.
Pretorius, though, down in P8, Pretorius very much getting the temperature into the tyres, and he's overtaking Tipsy Bob on the straight.
Good on him. Fantastic. Just trying to keep an eye on what's happening everywhere on the track.
Meanwhile, those top 3 guys with their older tyres very much still hanging on. Dragon is not quite able to overtake any of them. Fox on the old tyres. Yeah, Fox on the old tyres.
16 laps is the only, well, apart from the top 3, the only driver out there with those really worn. Snell, actually, sorry, my apologies, sorry. Fox, yes. So that's interesting. Is that an indication, do you think, to these other drivers at the front going, oh, well, these tyres are getting a little tricky right now?
Yeah, I think they might be going a bit more careful now than they did at the race start. And Dragon behind them, of course, on really fresh tyres. As I said, he was looking to be in a very good position. With Bailey especially behind him, potentially having a bit of damage. He's not looking that fast on those fast softs.
He's not. I can't visually see anything on the car, but we weren't quite sure of the damage model, what it was, because you can get side pod damage, you can get floor damage, you can get rear wing damage. sometimes when that happens, you're going to have no pace. It doesn't look that bad. Obviously, if you had massive amount of side pod damage or something, it would be a lot slower than that. So just maybe lack of concentration, a bit frustrated on that. And now it's putting his head back down and getting on with it. You saw it before, you know, when he had that spin by himself. So we know Bailey's very capable of getting the pace up when he gets his head down and just focuses.
Absolutely, and he's getting a very good launch out of here. He might be going for a move down into the hairpin, but Dragon is pushing. Dragon is using his ERS to defend here. But is it enough? Bailey taking the inside, but Dragon getting a better launch out of that corner. Bailey still trying to take that position, trying to find a place to overtake Dragon here. Can't quite go to the inside. Dragon taking the racing line, and he has to stay behind for now. Yeah, Bailey's gonna have to hurry here. He doesn't want to lose too much grip on those softs. Those aren't gonna last forever. So he wants to make the moves now and not later on. Oh, McKendry. Oh, Dragon going for a very deep dive, and it's too deep. Bailey also trying to go around the outside here now. And is it enough? The Dragon's still on the inside, but Bailey has... I think Bailey has made the move stick, and he's up to P4. Yeah, Dragon just lunging a bit too far down the inside there. And down at the back, we've got Pretorius struggling. I think he's spun twice now on those fresh softs. They're going to be quite cooked now.
Victorious, yeah, you can see that currently P14 at the moment. Haas are not having a very good day, usually representing where Haas would be in the real world situation. Fantastic overtaking you saw just before between those drivers.
Oh, what? Oh, Dragon hitting the curb very hard. He's almost sent to a spin in turn 1.
He's got the pressure. They're in the McLaren sandwich. So the McLaren drivers can also work together, but you'll remember too that Makender is also...
Oh, Bailey's taking a bite out of the sandwich.
Yeah, because
he's taking the outside line. He's trying to get the McKender's still.
We have a safety car.
Contact.
We have a safety car for the Haas driver.
Pretorius.
Yes.
Yeah, it's Pretorius. I think Pretorius just spun into a wall in the last corner and maybe tried a bit too hard there. And Ippo's pitting for, I think, a 4th time now.
He's why not? He's getting rid of the hards. He's going for the DHL pit stop, most pit stop award. For sure.
Oh, he's gonna get that. It's looking like it for sure. But yeah, with the safety car now, that could be playing into the hands of Cursed Crystals and McKendry.
It has to, right? It has to. This has to be the perfect time for them to box. It would be crazy not to, you think, unless they're really going to eke these tires out.
It really depends on how those mediums are looking. They weren't looking too good for Fox, apparently, who's, I think, spun twice now on those tires. But yeah, out in front, they were still going pretty quick. Especially Kirsten and Crystal were already making a gap back to McKenna and Bailey again.
So they're coming around now. We saw what happened last time. Is he going to dummy it?
No,
he did not. That means Crystal's didn't even.
McKendry trying the opposite strategy here. McKendry is doing the opposite of the top 2, but he's going to lose a lot of positions because, of course, the field is still bunched up from the last safety car.
Yeah, this will be almost a plump last.
Oh, he's going
maybe able to get out ahead of Neo.
Right.
Where's Neo? No, he won't. So yeah, the only driver he won't be obviously is Meepo, because Meepo boxed. So where's he going to come out? Snell's going past. Yes. So yeah, he's going to be right out at the back. Make enter there. Well, it's because Shaka's in the box and Fox. So yeah, they would have been behind them, but
yeah. So Fox getting off those worn tires now. He's trying to do something different now with that strategy. Going for some softs. I'm sure he'll get a lot more grip on those tires, and going for another try. He was in a very good position there. Maybe he can work his way back up now after a safety car.
Yeah, and a possibility of another safety car. Certainly going to switch things around a little bit.
Also, every safety car is going to make the situation look a bit better for Dragon here in P4. He's gone for those mediums. And the more safety cars we have, the easier it's going to be to make them last till the end of the race. So if he can make them last, then he might just be in a very good position here with Crystal and Bailey all having to pit.
You're exactly
at some
right.
point in the race. Temi as well. All of the top 5 except for Dragon will have to pit at some point.
We will get that wonderful new AWS tire performance graphic that should come up soon during this race, and that's going to be something crucial, as you mentioned. It is looking very good for Dragon. Yes.
Both Wimpy and Neo Dio have not opted to go for a pit stop to get rid of their 5-second penalty, so they'll still have to serve that later on. I think Neo Dio could have had a good chance to pit here, especially with Fox and Shaka also pitting. Could have been a good idea to just go for the mediums here. But yeah, he's staying on those softs for now. I'm thinking maybe some of those tires don't last as long as we thought at the start of the race, because we're seeing a lot of people opting for the two-stop strategy very quickly. They didn't hesitate much to go on those soft tires and when the safety car came out.
Yeah, I believe too, because they really are fighting it out in the dirty air, and this fuel management and things like that are coming into play. Although it shouldn't be too bad because we had a couple of safety cars that should be absolutely on the bubble, but it depends as they're getting ready. They're bunched up, so we should see the safety car in this lap. There's only one more car to catch up, and that's Meepo. He's screaming
Well,
into
he
turn
might
one.
just opt to pit again, so we can't quite be ready.
I don't think they're going to
if
have to
he's
start
catching up
borrowing
now-
the tyres. I mean, obviously they have some extra tyres because his teammate's out from the other side of the garage, but they might have to start borrowing them from the other team soon because one, two,
he's still
three,
got those
four,
hearts. He's still got those
five.
hearts.
5 pit stops he's done. Yeah, he's got the hards. Well, he's just got a couple of inters too, so if you do run out of tyres, you have to go to the inters of the wets.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that could still be an option. You just have to drive them long enough for them to
Ooh,
become
Crystals
slicks.
picks up a penalty. That's going to come back and bite the Ferrari driver.
Oh.
That's a collision under a safety car. Now, sometimes we know that can be removed later on with the stewarding. That's something that usually goes to the stewards, but at the moment, that's what it is.
He is going to have to pit. Yeah, he is going to have to pit as well, so he is going to serve that penalty, which will mean that he can't get it removed.
Safety car's in
And
this lap,
could
so...
be down. Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
So he can't do it now. Well, he can do it now, but it's going to hurt him way too much. Here we go. We're giving green flag again. Kurz is going to be doing
So
this
Kurz
all over
becoming
again.
The safety car. Yeah, second time now, and we've still got those very quick 4 drivers behind them. Crystal, Bailey, Dragon, Pemmy. They're all getting a second chance to overtake here at the race restart.
There's an Australian flag out there in the back. Let's keep an eye on that Kurz, as he did it last time. He gets
Yeah, he's going a bit quicker this time, I think.
He's waiting a little bit later now.
Not
Look,
quite gone.
that might be a bad exit, or is it? No,
And he's gone.
yeah, but now Bailey's going to take advantage of this situation, isn't he, on Crystals? Not quite like I
Yeah,
did last
but
time.
everybody's keeping position for now, but Bailey very much trying to get past Crystal here. Those first softs working very well for him right now. Oh, and down at the... We've got a lot of moves happening there.
I saw that, actually. There's a
McKenna
ton of
making
cars.
positions back up. McKenna, of course, on the freshest tires here on the in the field on those fresh softs, making moves now, and he's almost up into P9 again.
Yeah, look at that. Elbows out.
Around
Bumper
the
to
outside
bumper.
on Neo. Yeah, wonderful move. And he's trying it on Mamski as well. Oh, almost diving down the inside. He was having a look for sure, and now he's taking that inside line.
Little kink in here, turn 9. That's Dave Jones. You can barely even notice his corner, but this is Portimao here. He can get overtakes down to this turn 10.
Looking very confident here. He's getting his elbows out in both directions, and he's taking that position as well.
Further back, I think the man that has made a lot of pit stops is currently back up into P12. That's Meepo. Remember, he was just barely catching the safety car. Now he's ahead of 2 cars.
Oh, and once more, we're seeing the top 5 just pull away. Those top 5, they just want to stay together. It's kind of beautiful, really. And McKenna going for another move now down the straight. I think he's trying to use some ERS, but it's not quite enough to get past Wimpy on the straight. Might have to wait for some of these corners to make some moves.
Yeah, Wimpy is no... Ooh, he's going to send it up here, actually. No, he's going to send the dummy, maybe, side by side. And you want to get a great exit out of here, and then down the straight here, and then see if you can outbrake. This is a little DRS straight. It's not as long as what you think it is. You'd like it, or drivers like it to be longer, but obviously he's defending. And I think he's got it done. He has. Obviously, into Torrey VIP. It actually used to be a building that I used to live in here in Panama, actually called Torrey VIP. So, yeah, reminds me every time of my apartment when I see that. Anyway, up ahead, Tipsy Bod
McKenna
now.
trying it on Tipsy Bob.
Yeah.
He's just moving up. Yeah, I think that pit stop might not have been too much of a mistake there. He's going very quick now on those. Going off track for a bit.
Yeah, he did, but he's lucky to get back on there. He's taking advantage of those soft tyres. He's on qualifying pace right now, and everybody else is on race pace. So good on him making his back. And he's only got his teammate up ahead too. So are there going to be team orders at play? Will Pemi just let him through so we can continue on there and try to catch Dragon?
Yeah, for now it's going to be McKenna trying to catch up to Pemi, but I could see some team orders happening there because they are on different strategies, and McKenna very much battling for the lead here. And Curse and Crystal will have to pit still. So will McKenna, but McKenna is on fresh tires. So we'll have to see how close he can get to them. Out in front, Bailey's still trying to claw his way back up to Crystal, but it's not quite enough with Crystal also getting the DRS off Curse. But yeah, Bailey very much trying to catch up here to Crystal to make the move at some point, but not quite close enough yet.
But once again now, still, Kerr's leading from Crystals. They've been like that for most of the race so far. We are on lap 24 of 66, still lots of racing to go. But once again,
Fox making a beautiful move here on Schnell. Oh, what? There's contact. He's been hit off. Yeah, Schnellenke and Fox just making some contact there into the turn. Yeah, it's just 2 into 1 just does not go.
He's still got time to catch the back of the field, as Makster's got a penalty as he's pushing. Makenda trying to catch the back of his teammate. He is the fastest man.
He's catching very quickly. Oh yeah, he's fast by a lot. He's gaining more than a second a lap on Pemi. But Pemi, of course, fighting Dragon right now. So he's not going the quickest he could be.
Yeah, you're right. There's Bailey, but I think this fastest lap will be taken by Makenda right there. 1:19.
Oh, Crystal catching up to Curse. Yeah, on that straight with the DRS, Crystal's just getting very close to Curse there. But Curse out in front, he's not two-faced yet. He's got some battery left. And he'll be ready to defend from Crystal as soon as he arrives. But Bailey behind him looking very fast on the soft still.
Yeah, because Bailey's joined that party. Crystals has to get on with it. He knows that, well, if he doesn't, he's going to have that Aston Martin ready to overtake him anytime soon.
We just saw Dragon getting a lot of wheel spin there out of the hairpin as well, so Pemi right behind him. Dragon and Pemi are going to be fighting here. That's going to allow McKenna to catch up even more quickly.
Yeah, it will. And will they switch a route or allow him through because they know he's got the fresher tyres? Or not, because that could compromise. They've got a bit of a gap there to Tipsy Bob. Tipsy Bob said it's pretty. I mean, I'm sure he's pretty happy with his racing so far because he was telling us before that, and he was an old dog with all these young guns out there. Well, the old dog's not doing too bad, hanging in there in P7.
Yeah, he's having a very consistent race. A pretty quiet race, but he's also on that medium tire. He's went for the medium tire on the first safety car, just like Dragon. So it could be pretty good for him as well if he can make the tires last. He could make some positions up.
That's the thing too. I've spoken to many drivers before. A lot of drivers say, I love quiet races.
Crystal! Crystal going for the move. He's on the outside of Curse. Curse just pushing him off the track there. A bit of contact there. Crystal trying a bit too much. Trying to take that inside line that Curse is already on. But Curse keeping the position for now. He's taking a very wide line here though through that kink. And now Bailey's right behind them. Bailey's pushing really hard on with that DRS. He's catching up very quickly as well. Crystal taking the inside on Curse. Curse going very far down the outside, trying to get a good launch out of the corner. Oh, Bailey's now in the mix as well. Bailey's gone past Crystal. Crystal now in P3.
Yeah, Bailey sees that opportunity.
Oh, Curse almost.
Yeah,
look. Curse almost did the same thing that Bailey did.
His tyres are gone. You could see it. He has no traction coming out of the corner. Curse has to be really careful right now. He's gambling to take those tyres out as long as he can. But one little mistake, one tweak at the steering wheel, that all those laps he's been leading this race could be over. It could be ended.
Yeah, I think both Curse and Crystal were pushing super hard there. Crystal was trying that launch, that lunge into turn 1, and it was almost enough. So both Curse and Crystal then really pushing hard and cooking their tires, while Bailey just sits behind and gets past Crystal there. Almost past Curse as well, who's with hot tires and now almost spinning there in the place that Bailey spun. Is
Curse going to box? No, stays out again.
Oh, he's doing the dummy again.
This is very, very interesting. Hopefully we'll get that tire performance
Bailey
graphic.
Very fast on that straight. Bailey, like he said before the race, he's going very fast on the straight. And now Curse down in P2 trying to get back on Bailey, trying to switch back here.
Yeah, we'll go back to Crystals and look at him on board so we can see that battle up ahead. As you can see him struggling with the 26 lap tires. Remember, these guys, they're the only...
Curse going for the inside here. Oh,
yeah,
almost.
Only 2 drivers out on track, P2, P3. The drivers have yet to box. So they're going for that one stop.
Both McKendra and Pemi have gotten past Dragon, by the way. So both of those McLarens now right behind Crystal as well. They're getting into the mix for the race lead.
Good catch on that one. Thank you. I missed that completely, both the McLaren drivers and also our engineers down there in the YouTube world. Please share any information. I love to relay that. We know that there are some engineers out there. In case we miss anything. Well, I didn't miss it, but I'll Snacksy up here with me. Nothing gets past him. He doesn't miss it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Those papaya cars just looking too beautiful to miss.
Make end of the
but
better
no,
tire.
not looking
Shouldn't you
like
let him
any
through, right?
supporters.
You'd have to, yeah, I know. I was going to say, you should let him through, maybe down, wait to the main straight here, because it's obviously an easy peasy.
McKenna with those fresh tires. We'll see if Pemi just gets off the gas a little. No, not looking like it. I think McKenna will have to fight for that position because Pemi's gotten a taste of the race lead now as well. So, oh, Curse going for the oh, that's contact right there. Oh, Curse just hit the tire of Bailey. Just hit that rear right tire, almost sending Curse into a spin again.
And that's bringing both.
Yeah, he's really starting to struggle now, and he's pushing really hard. I'm not sure that's good for his tires. I think he should just back off a little for now because.
Wow.
Oh, Crystal locking up hard as well. Pemi going for the outside. Pemi going for the outside on Crystal. He's almost gone past there. Crystal still hanging on though. Crystal looking very fast on that straight. I think he's using a lot of energy just to keep that third place. He wants to stay in the podium positions.
It's backed up everybody in the top 6 at the moment. Everybody in the top 6 is separated by 2.5 seconds. Go ahead.
Yeah, and Dragon is the only one here who could go to the end still. Well, the mediums don't look like they last that long, actually, seeing how Curse and Crystal are now starting to struggle. But if Dragon can have a calm race here in P6 and everybody ahead of him pits, then that could be looking very good.
Yeah,
still.
look at this. Makender. You can see Pemi struggle a little bit with the tires coming out of the corner. Makender is so much more confident on the fresh boots. I guess there's no team orders because it's a special event. Remember, these guys they're not really teammates for a whole season. They're just here for the one-time event, so they don't have to really worry about their team at play, do they? It's more basically everybody individual.
Yeah, but I also think that both of them are just kind of comfortable sitting there right now. Pemi definitely needs to push here to get past Crystal.
They are in a VC together, sorry, for sure. That's what Ocean said. So maybe if you guys are out there, jump into the VC there and get a feedback. Give us a bit of a report on what's going on and let us know in the chat. That would be fantastic.
Yeah, I believe McKendra is quite happy sitting in that P5 right now. He's looking pretty good. He's got some battery saved up now as well. In that DRS train, he's pretty happy just to hang on to the back of Pemi now and wait for people in front to make mistakes or to pit soon. Because his tires are still looking very good. Like, McKenna's getting very good traction out of all of these corners and he's not pushing hard, really. He's just got to be careful that Dragon doesn't get past if he leans back too far.
Yeah, you're right. I'll tell you what.
By the way, we've also got another DRS train back there, actually.
Oh, there's Bailey picking up a penalty. They were saying, come on, Bailey, get on with it. Well, I'm getting on with that. His first penalty for this evening as well, first 3 second. Yeah, that other battle DRS train that's occurring behind Wimpy, I think, at the moment.
McKender's looking for that P4 now. He's got a really good launch out of that penultimate turn, and I think he's next to Pemi right now, and he might have already gone past. Yeah, he is. Alright, so McKender up into P4 on those fresher soft tires.
Oh, Pemi could try to make a comeback here. No. But they had to, because Dragon's still hanging in the background. As you said, Dragon can take those tires to the end. Dragon, if he does do really good tire management, I'll see if I keep an eye on that. Sometimes I get a little bit of telemetry information, sometimes I don't. In this case, I'm not getting this information up for the tire thing. So I might have to turn off the sector time thing up there.
Oh, Curse giving Bailey a bit of a shove there. So Curse trying to hurry Bailey up a bit, but yeah, Bailey just hanging on to that first place and going a bit defensive right now. He doesn't want to push too hard, I think.
Let's have a look at the exit speed here from the McLaren. He knows he's got the far better tyre than Crystal. I remember Crystal's on 30-lap tyres almost, starting the race with those tyres, stretching them as long as they can so that they're going to come into play to go to the softs later, and then they're going to be very pacey. But, you know, while they're still bunched up at the moment, a pit stop here is going to cost him all the way. And there's a spin.
Crystal spins!
Yeah, I was going to say,
Oh,
there's my commentator curse. There's my commentator curse, unfortunately. It had to happen. I have one per race. Lucas dropped him. Now, he started dropping places. Remember, he was in P2 for the race after the second safety car. Now he's dropping back.
So you need to cool down those tires. He's still pushing too hard. Oh, and Curse going for the race lead. Curse is going for the inside on Bailey now, and he's passed. He's passed before the corner.
So has Bailey reached the crossover point? I don't think so. I think Bailey's tires would probably be about 30% right now.
I think Curse just used a lot of battery to get that P1 back. Curse's tires are still looking okay. They're not the best for sure, but yeah, Bailey's tires, of course, also getting older rather than younger. And 17 laps on the softs is quite a feat, actually.
Yeah, they're about 30. They're about 30%, so they're not too bad. I just looked.
Yeah, so maybe he just got caught sleeping there.
Yeah, could have definitely.
Oh, and there's things happening in the second DRS train as well. I'm seeing positions change. I think it's Wimpy
Yeah, it's
struggling. Yeah, Wimpy's struggling for sure. I'm not sure what happened there.
He's got end plate damage on the Red Bull.
Ah, there
You
was
can see it.
contact there, yeah.
Front left, and there it is, yeah. He's going to have to box. Just on, not even, we're right getting to the bubble of halfway through this race.
By the way, Mr. Tons of pit stops, Mippo, quietly got back up into 7th place.
You're right.
So, yeah, maybe those fresh tires are working out for him, and
Good on
in the
him.
DRS train he just gained a lot of positions there.
Absolutely.
Oh, and he's gone off track.
Oh, you can't be commentating cursing this poor house driver already.
That was, yeah, that was...
Oh,
Bailey almost
yeah.
getting the position back into turn 1. Not quite.
He's good, but he's hanging in there, and that's good to see as Makenda now wants to make his way past Bailey. He's got the fresher tires to get it done.
Oh, there's some interesting battles there. I think Wamsky might also have some damage, so Fox just got both past, got past both Wamsky and... Oh, what happened to it? Oh, is he pitting again? He's pitting again. Might he just be pitting every time I mention? Maybe I should say Mippo a few times. Mippo.
Yeah, I've got two
We'll
more.
see.
I've got 2 more slots on my telemetry software for pits areas, pit lane.
He's
After that,
pitting for the soft as well.
I saw this. Yeah. After that, I don't have any more space, so I can't actually tell you on the telemetry.
I think he might just be trying to be unpredictable, you know? He doesn't want to be calculated by your software.
That's true. He's doing. I mean, he's doing a good job. He's making his way up through there. You know, and it's a long race. We're just on the halfway point right now. Makenda's got to
could
do
get
something.
back up there.
He's got to do something about Bailey right now. He's got to maximize the fact that he has fresher tires. He's got to box again anyway.
Yeah.
So does
And
Bailey.
McKenna's tires aren't going to be getting any better as well. They're going to be like Bailey's in just about 7 laps. So McKenna really wants to get past here and try to make that overtake on Kurz, just like Bailey did before.
Yeah, I still don't know how Kurz is really pushing the bubble there, keeping those tires as long as possible. You saw what happened with Crystals. Crystals is running in P2. Crystals started losing some
Oh,
positions.
he's struggling. He's struggling. You just almost cursed him. Curse. Haha. He
Yeah.
has to curse himself. We can't
It's-
curse him.
it-
Oh, that's almost a dive. Oh,
It's
McKenna was
his
thinking
race to
about the
win,
dive
isn't
there.
it? It's Kurz's race to win because he's done everything right.
Absolutely.
He's certainly one of the quickest guys, if not the quickest. He started on pole, and he's been maintaining a very good job there. Crystals does Wimpy's boxing because we knew we had that damage. Crystals come
The
out back
issue
out.
with Kurz,
Yeah.
the issue with Kurz is which tire is he going to go for? If he pits now, he has to go for the hards, or he has to do 2 more stops because he's not going to make the set of softs last almost the same distance that he made the mediums last.
Maybe. I mean, half a race? It depends. See, 19 laps Bailey's done right now on these softs are about
Yeah.
getting close to about 35% on average.
Yeah, and he's going to have a lot less fuel.
And it
that's
has a
right.
lot less fuel, remember, as well. Yeah. So, but then, if he is battling it out with cars and traffic, that's going to compromise you a lot of your tyre wear. Now, if you're just leading the race, obviously, and you could just match everything, I think there's a bit of an overtake at Dragon. There is, actually. And Dragon's getting past the Red Bull. Sorry, the...
Yeah, so he's taking that position back now. I think
Alpine.
Pemi's tires are also starting to get worse and worse. Probably not that awful yet, but Dragon's mediums are the same age as Pemi's softs are. So yeah, Dragon looking better right now.
Yeah, the crossover point. I'd say the front left tyre is the one that gets punished here a lot. So that's the one you have to look out for in the softs, of course, generally in the rule of thumb. So we know that some of the drivers do take care of manage their tyres, and their setup manages their tyres better than others. Because Crystal's now, once he put those fresh boots on, he's just loving it. There's conditions out there naturally because he's got softs on and mighty quick. So that'll be indication, would it? Crystal's decided that he's going to go to try to go to the end on those softs. And that's going to give an indication to Kurz,
pushing
right?
for lap times right now. It could
Yeah.
be another pit stop for another set of softs towards the end. Maybe he's hoping for a safety car as well. If there's a safety car, he can absolutely put a new set of softs on again.
Late safety cars are possible. We still have a lot of the drivers bunched up on track. Lots of different battles going.
I think McKenna might be pushing for the overtake now. He's right behind Bailey. He's in the slipstream, and he's looking very good out of that last corner. Got a slight speed advantage, but just ever so slight. McKenna taking the outside line here, Bailey defending on the inside, and yeah, no place for McKenna to go there. As Pemi picks up another penalty. Actually, we'll take a quick look at the penalties because everybody in the top everybody in the top 9 has at least 3 seconds. It's 6 seconds for Pemi and Fox. And for Shaka, we've got 12 seconds right now. So in the top 10, and well, everybody in the field has penalties at this point, but different amounts of penalties.
Shakalaka's going.
Most of them at 3 seconds.
Shakalaka's going for that DHL time penalty award. Once you get at the end of the race.
Oh, we're handing out a lot of awards this time.
But yeah, a lot of drivers are also on warnings. So some of the drivers are now getting into their fourth and fifth warnings now. There are 3 warnings, obviously 2 warnings, and the third one is a penalty that counts as 3. That's what I was getting from the telemetry software. Okay, track map Ocean. Yeah, I'll show that. I was just trying to. I had to keep the track map off because I'm trying to get the tire information that gives you in the game from AWS. But I can't do it with the track map on. So go ahead.
We've just seen McKenna struggle on traction a bit there. He was trying to go for the overtake on Bailey. I think it might be the dirty air, but Bailey! I don't think Bailey has got any battery left.
No, I think he has been, but he's been flashing. The red light of death flashing. There it is. That's the one that indicates he got no battery left on his car, and therefore Mike Ender will make easily in ways past there.
Yeah, he had so much overspeed there because McKenna did have some wheel spin in that last corner, actually, almost sideways there, but managed to catch it and managed to actually just overtake Bailey straight up on the straight. So Bailey's gonna have to be careful that Dragon doesn't get into the DRS window now. Bailey just has to stay careful here and keep that 1 second gap, and if he can do that, then he'll probably be fine for now.
His front left's about 41 out there. That's exactly right. From Bailey himself or Bailey's friend. Obviously, Bailey T_37. Can't be Bailey. Bailey's driving. We're on board with Kurz right now. Just to get an idea of how difficult it is on these tyres. Same lights, same tyres that started the race. The only man on track still on the same tyres. Everybody else has made their pit stops, even including Mr. Meepo that's made many of them. You think Meepo's made, 6 pit stops? And this man right now leading the race has made none.
Yeah, 6 pit stops.
He passed it again. No intentions of even visiting his team this evening. He's like, guys, I'm gonna be the Pirelli tester for those medium tires for you guys.
Oh, talking about test, I want to test something. Meepo, if you're hearing this, how about a pit stop for the mediums?
Oh,
Just wondering.
How about a pit stop for the? He hasn't got any mediums left. Let's get Inters now.
Oh, maybe Inters. Oh, sounds like you got it. It could still rain. I'm seeing a lot more clouds actually than we had at the race start.
Yeah, true. There are clouds. I'm seeing the clouds for the forecast. So, yep, anything is possible. My weather thing's not working because of the game reset. Is Crystal still catching up? There it is. Well, there it is. I was going to say Crystal catching up. Crystal's just got past the Fox. He was saying, what did the Fox say? Well, Crystal's is exactly what the Fox said. And, I mean, I didn't think Foxy's going to put up too much of a battle there because he knows Crystal's in the red striped car with the red striped tyre on the red striped car. That becomes unbeatable, doesn't it? Ferrari with red striped tyres.
Absolutely. It's looking very good for the very red car right now, and he's already catching up to Snellenke as well. If he can get back up into that 6th position, he's got a lot of clean space out in front of him. And, well, we'll see if he can catch back up to the front guys, because the front guys are still fighting quite a lot there. McKenna not quite managing to hang on to the back of Kurz, actually. But yeah, behind them, Bailey, Dragon, and Pemi are fighting. Dragon getting into that DRS window just about now.
Yeah, we'll see about that, because he also knows that Kersey has to box, but then again, he has to box too. It's going to be very hard to take those tyres to the end.
Yeah, I think a lot of these guys are just going to manage their tires a bit just to make sure that the tire strategy actually works by the end of the race. Oh, Crystal now catching up very much to Snellenke, and he's right behind him on the straight. Pushing, using battery, using DRS, and it should be a pretty easy pass here.
Yeah, Alpha Ferrari versus the Junior Ferrari. I think Snelly's trying to maximize those tires, I guess, like the 24-lap medium tires. He started on the soft tires, did 13 laps, got rid of them, maybe I'm not quite sure if he damaged something. Snell's had a bit of a lonely race, but then so he's going to see, I guess, he's going to try to take him to the end of the race, and he doesn't want to be chewing through those tires where it holds up like of Crystals there, probably well aware that, well, actually, we do think the Crystals could probably go to the end of the race. What do you guys think out there in the YouTube world? What about the strategy? We know that there's some engineers out there crunching numbers. down there in the garage.
We do see Curse has done 37 laps at this point. Dragon has done 24. It's gonna be quite hard to do that many laps.
Bailey's boxing?
I'm expecting him to probably... Oh, interesting. Yeah. Bailey in the pits.
Yeah, about 50% front left is what he was at.
Huh.
So, yeah, he's gonna. I guess that's probably a smart play. You could do a few more laps with him.
And he's going for the softs as well.
Yeah,
so he's done 25 laps on the softs, and he's going to have to do 28 more. Could be quite interesting, but I think he
it's
would be able to
interesting to think about this. Where's Crystals? Remember, Crystals always had to do the extra pit stop. Crystals now coming around the final corner. And Bailey is out of the pit lane in the first corner. So there it is.
Yeah, so lots of clean air in front of Bailey now. He can push for a few laps before everybody else pits. That might just be the undercut that he needs right here.
It's like Fox and Snell. A bit of a tangle.
Is that going to force McKendra and Curse into the pits now? Because Curse is going to have to pit soon.
How do they react? This is exactly right. This is the really great thing about 100% races is that a lot of the strategy calls have to be right on the money.
Yeah,
50% races and stuff, you know, they go too slow, they go too quick, and you don't really have enough time to take advantage of the situations with the pits.
So Curse and McKendra just lapping Wimpy here in the last corner. Curse might pull towards the pits, and he does! Curse in the pits, McKendra staying out. So Curse reacting to that undercut. Is it enough though?
Interesting.
Did he push enough in that lap?
Look at the interval, 21 seconds. Well, that's before the pit stop. So pit stop around here is a 25 seconds, give or take.
So Bailey in the penultimate turn. And we've got Curse now in his pit box. Bailey coming around the last corner. He's pushing on that straight.
Yeah, this is going to be close.
Going for some ERS as well. Oh,
this is going to be super close.
Keep
an eye out.
Down here,
Keep an eye to the right-hand side where they're exiting out.
Curse is already out of the pits.
Oh, he got it just ahead up the road. You can see him, but Bailey can see him now. Bailey can have a little bit more confidence to say, okay, here he is. He would have liked to be just ahead of him, but it is what it is. It was a good pit stop, obviously, for the Williams team. But now it's game on. That's exactly it. Party mode is engaged.
Yeah, so 2.5 seconds between them. I think it was a bit more before the pit stops. And now McKendra has to decide if he wants to react to that as well, because McKendra now getting undercut by Curse, but McKendra still has, well, 19 lap old hards, 19 lap old softs. They shouldn't be that bad. He should be able to do a few more laps if he wants to, and then have some really fresh tires at the end of the race.
McKendra has to, I think he's got to cover off at the moment. I'll show you the gap to the leaders there, so you got an indication.
He's not pitting. He's staying out.
That's 20, as we know, 25-second pit stop. So if you look at that, if McKendra boxes, Dragon's boxing. Wow. We thought Dragon would go a lot deeper into this race with those tires.
No, it seems like Dragon's reacting to Bailey as well. And he probably also wants the undercut on McKendra. If McKendra doesn't pit here, he might be just left as a sitting duck towards the end of the race.
Yeah, he will, for sure. He's got to box. Where's Dragon going to come out? Well, Bailey's going to get past there. But will he get out ahead of Crystals? There's a back marker. Well. That's his team. Oh, no, he's not. Yeah, Crystals. He has covered off Crystals. So that's worked quite well for that driver. You said at the moment to look out for Dragon, right? Because he's in a good place. He was managing his tires.
Yeah, I was wondering if he could stay out there, but he was fighting a lot with the other guys now. If he had a clean track, then maybe he could have gone to the end, but not with those many battles that he had, especially with the McLarens. I think he was fighting for many laps there, and that would have hurt the tires quite a bit.
Tipsy Bob at the moment, 27 laps. Tipsy has to box again. He started 13 laps on those mediums.
We also got Snell Henke in the pits.
Snell just came out
front behind Takalaka. And right ahead of his teammate. Those two guys are going to be fighting it out now. Yeah, but he's got fresh tires. There's no way Wamsky can really... Oh, 5-second penalty for Pemi. He's sped in the pit lane. Oh, no.
He's just come in at the moment, too. There it is. So what's he going to switch over to? The softs again? Okay, so he's doing that too soft run strategy. He can. He started on the mediums.
McKendra really the only one staying out there. Interesting.
So are they reacting to... They're going... I mean, there's Bailey's already gone past there. And there should be Dragon coming down there, so he'll lose out the Dragon, but he'll be still ahead of Crystals. So Crystals, whoa, he's gone a little bit wider.
Oh, Pemi's struggling. Yeah.
So I guess he's like, wow, he's not used to the traction from these tires. So yeah, Crystals boxed really early. It's cost their Ferrari a lot of positions.
Yeah. Snelenki now going past Shaka here. Oh, he's trying. He's diving to the inside of the penultimate corner. Down in P11, fighting for that last point here, but with those fresh tires it should be pretty easy now down the straight to overtake. He's got a lot of battery left as well, so I don't think Shaka has anything to gain by defending too hard here.
Yep.
And past he goes, Snelenki. Oh, and Wamski also goes past along.
Yeah, he's got it.
Oh, not quite, not quite. Shaka's still trying to go side by side here, trying to get that switch back, but I think Wamski might be through now.
Oh, there's the other
This is
McLaren.
Snelenki
The other
helping
McLaren's
us.
boxing.
Oh, and McKenna in the pits, yeah.
McKenna. So
Will be
let's
very
see
interesting.
if that little bit of a gap. Now, obviously,
Curse is coming down the straight.
Curse
Curse
has
is
got
coming
it.
down the straight.
Kez has got it for sure. But will he get out ahead of Bailey? This is going to be the interesting thing. Let's have a look.
Yeah, Bailey lost
There goes
a lot
Curse.
of time
He
to
has.
Curse somewhere.
He has. So that's worked out quite well for that strategy and clean air. So obviously we knew Kurz was going to take the race lead back because that pit stop was just timed perfectly. But now,
Yeah, but now McKenna with fresher
McKenna.
tires could be interesting.
yeah, this is, you got to understand. This is a driver that started on P12, currently running at P2, with the two guys, one ahead that started on pole, and Bailey that started in second. He's done a pretty good job right now with your strategy. I'll be back in 1 second, just as Fox boxes, just a commentator relief break.
All right, we're seeing Crystal here in P6. He's catching up to Pemi. I think he might be keen to get battling. He's been on his own for a bit now. I think he really wants to catch up to Pemi now, but he will have to bid again. He's not going to make those softs last till the end of the race, I'm pretty sure. Well, he might, but they will look pretty bad, and he might get a puncture as well, so probably not worth trying. He just wants to win this fight against Fox, I guess. Fox just pitted from behind him, but yeah, he doesn't have to cover that off yet. Apart from that, the gaps... Oh, Curse goes for the fastest lap, so yeah, he's really pushing now. Party mode for sure. And getting away from McKenna here, keeping McKenna out of the DRS, but McKenna also pushing right now. Oh, and Curse is pushing too hard. He's getting a 3-second time penalty. We'll take a quick look at the penalties again. We've got 6 seconds for Curse, we've got 3 seconds for McKenna, so he's looking very good right now on penalties. Then Bailey and Dragon also on 6 seconds behind them. I think that the race lead might be down to Curse and McKenna now, unless somebody makes a mistake. Then we've got Pemi in P5 with 11 seconds. That's gonna hurt him, that 5-second penalty he got in the pits. But he's got a quite big gap now to Crystal behind him. I think Crystal just pitted probably. Yes, he did. And then behind Crystal, Tipsy both have 3 seconds, the 2 Ferraris. Then Fox on 6 seconds, Mepo on 12 seconds, and Stelhenki in P10 right now with 3 seconds, with the other Alfa Romeo, Wamski also having 3 seconds. But yeah, the gaps out in front looking pretty far right now. There's just over 2 seconds between all of them, but Bailey's definitely losing time to McKenna right now. So McKenna and Curse really pushing hard. Both of them going for a fast... Oh! Bailey gets another penalty. So Bailey up to 9 seconds now. He's gonna have to keep Dragons at least 3 seconds behind him now. It's still 20 more laps, so a lot of things could still happen. We could still see some spins as well. I'm not gonna curse Bailey now, I'm just gonna look at somebody else. But yeah, those penalties are gonna hurt some of the... Dragon, don't spin. Don't you spin. It's alright. But yeah, McKenna now catching up slightly to Curse. So he's going for that race lead, even though Curse does have 3 more seconds of penalties. Could be looking very good for McKenna right now. As we've said, he started down in P14 actually, yeah. No, probably P12 because there was a few drivers not starting
P12.
today.
Sorry, I'm back. Thank you for that.
Yeah, so there were a few drivers not starting today. But yeah, McKenna coming up the positions from P12, looking like a very strong race from him there. He's got a lot of pace here, and he's keeping pace with Curse as well. He's within that 3-second window right now. We'll have to see. There's still 20 more laps, so maybe it comes down to tire management at the end still. Because we did see the softs drop off quite a bit after about, I'd say, 18 laps. They were fighting, of course, well when it happened, but yeah, definitely those softs can drop off quite hard.
So there you are currently on the screen there. I'm showing those the fastest laps from the drivers as well. And naturally, that's always pretty reflective on their positions currently at the moment, you can see. But he's certainly, look at his fastest lap.
Oh, McKenna up to 6 seconds as well. Yeah, I was just looking at the penalties, and Kurst had 6 seconds, while McKender had only 3 seconds. So I was saying that McKender just has to stay within that 3-second window and be a bit careful. But yeah, now he's got a another 3-second penalty as well, and now he has to push again to catch up to Kurst and overtake him on track.
Yeah, the penalties and things will certainly come back and bite him. 1 second. 6 stops from Meepo. Yeah, I'm just taking care of the neighbour's cat, and I heard a big bang noise. and I'm sure that the neighbour's cat's up to something. So 1 second, just to make sure nothing's broken.
All right. Yeah, here on track, definitely seeing Bailey drop off quite a bit now. He had the pace in the beginning stages of this race, but yeah, slightly starting to drop off towards the end of this race here. Or, well, not really dropping off, but it's just McKender and Kurst pushing very hard. I think Bailey might be managing his tires a bit more, because both McKender and Kurst know they have to battle for this race lead right now. They have to push quite a bit, and they're going to fight it out on track, it seems, because McKender is slowly gaining on Kurst. Kurst doing a bit more of tire management there. On the battery, actually, it's looking good for Kurst, though. McKender is using a bit of battery to catch up here. Yeah, so Kurst looking to be in a pretty safe position right now.
Let's keep an eye on there for Tipsy Bob for a second. We're into that strategy part of the race now, as you'd mentioned, because these are 100% races. You got this is kind of the management. You can see on the track map the cars are all pretty well starting to spread out, so you're not going to expect to see a great deal of wheel-to-wheel action that we had for so many laps, didn't we, at the start of the race. Now it's going to come down to that fuel management, the tire management, and just cut. Go ahead. Well, Tipsy
Bob is into the pits now, just as you were mentioning his tire management.
He has to as well, because he went mediums, so he's got. Oh, he hit the wrong one.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got to mediums, and now he's going to go probably to the softs, no doubt, and have to use them. It'd be crazy to go to the hards in this late race. Yeah, it is. Yeah, Tipsy Bob. Well, yeah, he was having fun. He was, he was saying he wouldn't be able to bring it. Maybe he's getting a little tired too. I guess of the young guns out there. It gets exhausting, doesn't it? 100% race.
He does have fresh tires now, and the 2 guys in front of him are on old mediums, so maybe we'll see some more overtaken at the end of the race here.
He's got some boom shakalaka to try to get past. He's going to be booming that Ferrari with the fresh boots on. Keep an eye on, man.
Yeah, he's going to have to put in some booming laps there. But we also have Snell Henke in P9, by the way, catching up to the Haas of Meepo. Meepo with those 6 pit stops, of course. He's not looking like 6 pit stops. He's up into P8 still.
Yes, it's fantastic.
P6, I think. So
he did.
A lot of positions from all of those pit stops. I think he lost most of the positions from some kind of damage at the race start.
Yeah, he had a lot of pit stops with long pit stops as well. So then once you average 25 pit stops, he was in the 31 pit stops. And that's, I think, Tipsy
already making up positions.
Yeah, he did get the job done. So I think we'll stay on board there with Schnellbot and see if he can on the man that we're talking about with the pit stops. You think about that right now, Bob. Meepo currently at the moment is running. Well, their gap to the leader is about there. It is taking candy from a baby with tires, isn't it? The gap to the leader is, well, his gap to the leader is about 50, like getting close to about 54 seconds. I'll show it to you for you guys right now. So there it is, 55. So you take into consideration those pit stops that you took. So 31-second pit stop multiplied by, well, let's say on average 25 seconds. So that's 50 seconds for 2 pit stops. And he's at 6. He wouldn't be looking too bad today, would he, if he didn't have 6 pit stops? With that time.
He did do a lot of those pit stops under safety. Yeah, I think he did like 2 or 3 of those pit stops under the same safety car as well. I'm not quite sure why, but you know, he felt like putting on some new boots, felt like changing them out a bit. Maybe he got some blisters from those boots, and putting them back into the garage. So yeah, but still looking very good for that amount of pit stops. And you know, he did have some kind of spin or damage at the race start, and he's looking quite good now, considering that. And he's actually hanging on to the back of Snell Henke. He's got the DRS now on the straight.
I noticed that. Absolutely fantastic. And Maekendo's just matching Kurz. We'll keep an eye on that one. Obviously.
Yeah, Maekendo very slowly clawing back into that slight gap that Kurz has. It was 2.5 seconds after the pit stops. It's 1.5 seconds now. Oh, Eppo!
Oh. Yeah, we're on board with the house driver, Meepo, and almost had a scary moment. the team do not have any front wings left, we heard, down there at the house garage. So
Yeah.
if you break something right now, duct tape is out. Duct tape is all they have. And that, not to mention, was having to use his other teammates' front wings as well. His teammate, unfortunately, Practorius, I think that as it was DNF'd quite some time ago now, really. About 32 laps ago. But I tell you what, I am impressed that we still have 14 of these drivers in here. Because,
especially for a new track, that is a lot of drivers to still be in the race after 50 laps now. Yeah, quite impressive. And we didn't see that much carnage, actually. There were a few touches here and there. There were a few front wings exchanged. But overall, looking pretty clean, actually.
We had a lot of great wheel-to-wheel racing, especially out of those safety cars when they bunched everybody up. And with that new track, as you mentioned, and this looks like a Alfa Romeo boxing in there. 23 laps here, getting rid of those hard medium tires. Apologies. Should be looking at slapping.
I think Curse is using some of that battery now. Yeah, Curse gone for the fastest lap there. Maybe just getting that extra point there. He's looking quite comfortable in front of McKenna now. He's gained back almost that full second that McKenna has been clawing back, and now pulling away again.
Shark is boxing. Tipsy Bob
needs
hammer time.
Yeah, we're also expecting Mepo to pit one more time, so 7 pit stops for him. Because those softs are not going to make it to the end. I'm watching him on board. He's struggling a bit out of the corners. He's not getting that much traction. And I think he should pit soon as well, because there's not a lot of race left. So he's going to be on fresh tires until the end of the race if he goes into the pits now for some softs. But he might not have any completely fresh softs.
Yeah, well, some of the other drivers were boxing, I think you can see there. Wemsky, Wimpy, Shakalaka. They all boxed practically on that same lap, so they may be looking to cover him off here.
I think they're both covering him off, and also Tipsy Bob behind them was gaining anyway, so they might as well pit, because Tipsy Bob was looking quite fast on those fresh softs. He's going to be gaining on Mepo now, but if Mepo pits now, then he can at least cover off Wamski.
Yeah, wonder if he's paying attention. Up in the commentary box there, Snacksy.
Apparently not, because he didn't pit when I told him to.
Yeah, well, that's because just to get in the pit lane, I have no slots left in my telemetry for a pit lane.
Oh, that's a beautiful overtake here from Wamski. He's unlapping himself. Oh, and Pemi taking the switchback. Yeah, Wamski is trying to unlap himself against Pemi. Pemi, of course, on much older softs. Wamski just pitted for some fresh tires. He just got a beautiful dive into turn 1, but then went a bit too deep, and Pemi got back past.
So let's have a look at this strategy situation you've seen. We heard that most people were going to take a one stop, but they didn't really at the end of the day, did they? It was Kurz is the only one that said that he was going to give it a shot for that one stopper, which he has. He's the only one that actually has done the one stop. You can see it there. We have full safety car.
Safety car! Full safety car! That's Neodio. Neodio spun somehow on the main straight.
Looks like the last corner. Yes, it is. We'll see if we can see the car there. It's there. It's on the racing line.
He's lost the wheel.
He's lost the racing. Ooh, that's scary.
I'm wondering if he tried to pull into the pits and he just hit the pit wall. McKender's staying out. Interesting.
Yeah, I saw that.
So
straight through the car.
McKender's staying out.
Just went straight through it. Thank God for ghosting, because that scared me. It would have been dead.
Bailey and Dragon are both pitting. Yeah, McKender taking the lead now. That's interesting. All right. Curse is going to be on much fresher tires now.
Oh, Neon's just reported out there in the chat that his controller just decided to stick to the left. Well, that's what's banked his car into the wall. That's very unfortunate there for you, Neon. Neon, yeah. Well, yeah, you want to see that, do you? When you get so late into a race as well, after doing such a good job, and then all of a sudden some technical issue just haunts you. Crystals and Pemi are responding to this now as well.
Yeah, so those guys are definitely pitting. They want to have those fresh tires. So I wonder what Schnellenke is gonna do if Fox pits here. Schnellenke could get in a position, but you know, he's gonna be in old tires. Nobody wants to be on old tires at the end. If you pit now for some fresh tires, then you can at least make some overtakes at the restart.
Yeah, I think they're all responding to that because Snell's just boxing too. I was about to say, well, Snelly's decided to... No, he hasn't. He's boxing.
Oh,
So,
Pemmy's got a drive.
What about Meepo-bot? Because you were saying Meepo should box. Did Meepo box? He did just box. No, he didn't. He's got 6 laps on these tires.
I think he might do now.
Well, he knows that Fox and Snell have boxed up ahead, so no.
He's going for a very interesting strategy. I think he wants to go past Snelly. I'm not sure if that's the right choice here. But, you know, maybe. Maybe it works. Is he... I don't think he's lapped though, so
No, he's
Schnellhenke and Eppo looking good here because they're not lapped and they're not fighting for that last point at this. Well, they're not fighting for that last point anymore because Wamski behind them is lapped.
Yeah, Webski's box. He's the first of the lappers. Been lapped. So after that...
Yeah, maybe Wamski should have actually stayed out because now he's lapped and he can't unlap himself at the end. And if he hadn't pitted, then maybe Tipsy Bob and Wimpy wouldn't be coming from behind, and Shaka as well.
Black Pirellis?
Oh no, he didn't. Tipsy did pit though. Tipsy pitted.
Yeah, they all boxed, didn't they? Or the Tipsy did, and then they boxed just before. Remember? They boxed just before the safety car.
Yeah.
Those guys.
Yeah.
So that's
So
it. They're
those guys-
probably frustrated, like, damn it, why don't I wait 2 more laps?
Yeah.
Anyways, so but this is interesting. So go back to the lead, and I'll stop showing the gap to leader and go back to the intervals. What's going to happen with Makendo? Because he's now the one that's on a little bit more worn rubber. Now, this is the man that started in P12, currently in the leading this race, but he's got a very fast man.
Oh, Hippo's pitting. Under a safety car
Maypo?
again. It's kind of a shame for Pemmy here because he got a drive-through penalty somehow. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but yeah, he's gonna lose all those positions he had.
He got a
McLaren,
drive-through penalty from our race control saying exceeding the safety car allowed pace.
Ah, well,
That's what that
yeah, he's gonna lose a lot of positions there. He's gonna go back down to P9, so
Yeah, Pemmy was having a lonely race too at that point, wasn't he? Himself and Crystals.
yeah, it was just following Dragon, but there were a lot of gaps there between. I think there was at least 2 seconds between everybody there, so not a lot of fights in that stage of the race. But I'm expecting some fights now with McKenna being on old tires. Everybody behind him gonna try to get past.
And this is a great opportunity. This is the great opportunity for these drivers to get some overtakes now. We knew that doesn't matter of giving up a race.
Take another look at the penalties as well.
Yeah, that's the one I was
We've got
just
6
about to
seconds.
say, mate. That's the one that kind of come back to bite you, especially late in a race when they're all bunched up under a safety car. That 3 seconds turns into forever, doesn't it? Like, you know, that could be the difference. 6 seconds and 9 seconds could be the difference between you finishing first and almost halfway through out of the points. That's how crazy it gets when it's that close.
Yeah, and actually a lot of these drivers that are further back are with very few penalties. Actually, Crystals, when did Crystals get back up this far? He's up to P6 again, and he's only got 3 seconds of penalties, so looking very good for him. And Pemmy is going to have to take that drive-through as well, so Crystals in net P5 now, with 3 seconds of penalties, with everybody in front of him having more penalties than him.
Yeah, you got to be, and he's got to be, and Crystal's not too bad as well. He's on 4 warnings, so there's just that 1 penalty, and he has essentially has 1 more warning, and then he'll pick up 6 seconds. So it's good to have that, knowing you have that 1 in the background of your mind, isn't it? Because, you know, at that level, when you are racing in the dirty air of these cars under green flag conditions, it's very easy to run a little bit wide or something like that, and the game, of course, will definitely penalise you. So you want to have that 1, whereas if you're one of those drivers that are on the bubble, let's say, for example, Dragon. He is on the bubble because he's on 8 warnings, so he's got the 6 seconds. But right now he has no warnings left. He's got no warnings left, so if he gets another penalty, he's going to turn into a 9 second if he does any corner cutting. So yeah, they're the ones that got to worry about it. That's where it gets...
Safety car in this lap, by the way. It's going to be McKender leading the field this time, with Curse, the guy who's got the most experience in this at this point. With course being
and there's a back marker
but
between.
That's
a lap car
between them.
So now that becomes a little bit more difficult, doesn't it? So Mike Kennedy goes, oh, thank you. at least I've got.
There's
you know.
also a lap car between back to Bailey, and there's another lap car back to Dragon as well. So everybody's got a lap car in front of them.
Yeah, I remember when I was in a race the other day, and I'm very slow on the keyboard. I was like, I'm a back marker here. I don't want to get out of everybody's way. I did. Here we go. Wemsky
Bailey
did.
got an illegal overtake. Oh, Bailey. Oh, Dragon's going for it. Dragon's going past Bailey because Bailey got an illegal overtake on a lap car. Oh, and the lap cars are also fighting.
It's so difficult, isn't it? You're trying to focus on your racing line here on a race start as the tires are trying to get back up at temperature, and then you've got ghosted cars left, right, and center. I tell you what, it takes a lot of skills just to drive these cars without these lap cars in here. But this has got to be a make or break situation. It's very, very easy to make a mistake right now.
Bailey definitely losing out at that restart. He got. I think he might have been distracted by the lap cars for a bit there, because he was just pushing past Wimpy, I believe it was.
Yeah, hopefully we don't know if that penalty will be removed or not after the race. We're not 100% sure, but yeah, he got slapped with that illegal overtake. It's 9 seconds of penalties currently right now showing Bailey. We know that Permy has the box, and there's Crystal's really on a bit of a run here, trying to go through Wimpy. On the back of Pemmy, he's probably thinking right now, okay, well, when is Pemmy going to box? I know he has to box soon. Or is Pemmy going to leak this one out? The difference, see, actually, Crystals looks much, much more confident in that Ferrari in the exit of this corner.
Look at Kurz. Look at Kurz gaining on McKender. McKender, oh, it doesn't look like McKender is pushing enough.
Pemmy's gone off somewhere, but we'll keep an eye on this. Keep an eye on this battle at the front, yeah, but Pemmy's dropped back down. Yeah, he's
taking that right through.
Oh, okay, I didn't see him in the pits at all. Okay, anyway, it doesn't say pit. Yep, anyway.
Oh, that was close. That was close between McKenna and Kurz here. If Kurz can do that again, then he might just be passed on the next lap.
And we know, too, that Kurz has got fresher tyres. That's the thing.
By the way, there's a very quick guy coming for Bailey here. Crystal is still pushing, and we know he's got the pace. He was very quick at the race start.
Yeah, Crystal was running a lot of this race in P2 for quite some time with Kurz.
Oh, Kurz is so much quicker than McKenna through the sector.
Yeah, that's where the traction is.
Technical middle sector, yeah, he's got the traction that McKenna doesn't.
You see this turn 13, he should have a brake a lot later here, spot the apex and get on the parallel. You can. That's a tight. This is Sagres. Big sweeping right-hand corner that keeps going and going, and then basically a short little straight, and then you're onto the last big galloping corner. Turn 15.
It's a very good run for McKender, though, and he's got a lot of battery left.
He covered him off. It's going to be... it's not... I don't think he's further enough away with that DRS activation now for the Williams.
Yeah, so DRS is going to be enabled on this lap. So Kurz getting another assistance now to try to get past McKender. So he's going to have to try to make the move soon, because...
Turn 4, right here, exiting onto the back straight. That's pretty close. There's a DRS open.
And he's pushing. Oh, they're side by side. McKenna doesn't want to give up the position. He brakes late, and he's on the outside. He's still side by side here through the kink. Taking the inside line for the next corner. Oh, and he doesn't quite dive down the inside, and Kurz takes the position. Yeah, just staying safe here, making sure that there's not contact.
Exactly.
McKenna is sticking with P2 for now.
As Jensen tells us that out in the chat. Well, thank you very much for that. Exactly. There's no point in overdriving. Wait for the DRS zones. They're mighty and powerful here, especially when you're on such a late time of the race right now, isn't it? You don't want to be seeing a DNF now. But as Meepo's really starting to catch the back of Foxy here. Meepo's now on the mediums, the only man on the mediums. I guess he had no soft tires left. Good to see. They've been at it for some time, haven't they? Him and Foxy have been a few of them. Kurz now is in the clean air. Is fastest laps left, right, and center, of course, because the fuel's been burnt off.
Yeah, we've seen Kurz's pace. We've seen what Kurz can do when he's out in the lead and just having. Oh no, McKender's around. Oh, that's heartbreak. He spun in the first corner. He's down to P8. Oh no.
Oh, that's yeah.
Oh, so
because they're so bunched up as well. That's going to drop in places left, right, and center like the 1929 stock exchange. You must feel like his teammates even going to be catching him.
Absolutely cooked. Yeah, his teammate even catching up because his tires are just so cooked at this point.
And there's Pebby right now. So, oh wow, yeah, he was. Yeah, that Mike Hendon was practically looking for a second place here in this race from.
Oh, meanwhile, we've got Crystal in P4 using quite some battery to catch up to the back of Bailey here. That could be interesting.
They're back at it again. That's what you like to see, isn't
And
it?
remember, Crystal only with 3 seconds of penalties. He's got the least penalties out of anyone in this league group.
Yes. And that'll be interesting later on. I think that's why Kurz is just getting on with it, isn't it? He's trying to respond to that possible situation of getting snatched away from...
Oh, and Crystal is going for it. He's pushing. On the outside, and he's got the move done before the end of the straight. Yeah, that's P3 for Crystal. He's up into the podium positions.
Yeah, well, he's got... Yeah, have a look at this. Let's have a look at gap to leader. There it is. Currently at the moment, Crystals is 3.2 seconds away from the leader. Now, the leader has 6 seconds.
To be only 3 seconds, yeah.
Yeah, he could win this race. And this is why Kurz is pushing. And guess what? Crystals is pushing even more mad now with that DRS toe. Fastest first sector. The Ferrari wants this one. He started in P3. He was like, P3? Nah. He's got a P2 here for sure because Dragon is got those 6 seconds, so he knows he's got enough to cover off to Dragon.
Yeah, that's the thing that's really going to hurt him here, though. He's got Dragon behind himself and Curse, so he can't really put... Oh, virtual safety car! What happened?
It's going to back everybody up even more, too. I'm not quite sure. I'm only seeing a car. I'm seeing all the cars on track. Some of them going slow, but that's about it. Let's have a look at Shaka. Back around here. I can see any damage on there. I see a McLaren going. Is that... That could very much be Mackinder.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well. He was going to be
his
slow
teammate,
there.
actually, Pemi. That's it. It's Pemi going really slow here. He's right. He's at the back on the track map, but he's not, obviously, because his drivers are a lap down. That are behind him. But he must have
I'm
made a
not sure
mistake.
what happened there, actually.
It's not going good, is it, too, for the McLaren team right now? With
It's going to be
6 laps to
interesting on
go.
this restart. Who can gain the most time out of this virtual safety car? Because everybody has to be a bit safe, otherwise they're going to get a drive through as well and completely ruin the race. So who's going to be a bit daring with this restart now?
How many safety cars? There's been 2 full safety cars, I believe. If I'm
Yes,
not
I
mistaken. There you go. Thank you very much, guys out there.
Oh,
Welcome
no, I
along.
think there was a third one.
Oh, maybe a third.
There was a third one towards the end.
Yeah, it's been such a long race. We have a handful of laps to go. 5.
Oh,
Mackinder.
Oh, Bailey's going for Crystal. Oh, Bailey almost spinning there on the exit of the hairpin.
Yes, this is Crystal's race to win here. He doesn't need to be racing with Bailey so much because Bailey's on 9 seconds of penalty. You can see that next to the names there. I've got the gap to leader.
Yeah, absolutely, but Bailey doesn't care. Bailey wants a position on track.
Yeah, of course, on track. The drivers aren't they? You've been doing 61 laps of this race. You want to be finishing in style.
And Crystal out of the DRS window of Dragon now. That could be hurting his chances a lot. There's only 6 laps left. Well, less than 6 laps. And he really needs to catch up to Curse.
The virtual safety car has just... He was right on the bubble, wasn't he? 3 seconds almost. And now that virtual safety car's caught him off there. Some drivers are a little bit better and worse at those virtual safety cars because they have to stick to a delta. It's very hard. If you hammer it too early coming out of a virtual safety car, you get penalized, and I guess it's probably not worth the risk, is it? He can't afford it. He could win on track. Oh, there's Dragon. Dragon's an extra pound.
Oh.
I knew Dragon was on one. Dragon had one. Remember I said earlier, he had 1 warning left. That was it. Like, he could not afford it. And at that level...
So if Bailey pushes now, then Bailey could still get past Dragon as well, if Crystal does.
That's true. That's going to be close.
Maybe Crystal can just pull Bailey along and pass Dragon now.
And look at Snell. Look how Snell's coming into the mix here too with the penalties. We've said this before a million times that those penalties definitely come back into play late in these races, and certainly late in the races when they're all bunched up under a safety car. Because you can see right now, gap to leader, look at that. It's down to P9, it's 25 seconds. So nobody can afford to even take a pit stop right now. And those other guys behind, they are super close as well, don't forget. They're just showing us a lap down. So Crystal's now has to be Crystal time. And also Bailey has to be Bailey time. Because Bailey is going to lose out to Snell.
Crystal does get the DRS now on Dragon. That's going to help him catch up to Curse. But Curse very much pushing out in front. He's really trying to get away here. Yeah, Curse absolutely pushing on the straight.
He's
going
responding.
for the fastest lap again.
He's
and
responding.
Crystal even faster. Crystal even faster.
As
than
Crystal's
that lap,
not giving up. He's trying. He's going to see the beauty of Crystals is that he has the DRS toe. The problem of Curse is he doesn't.
Absolutely. Crystal's going to try again on this next DRS straight, I'm sure, and then we'll see how much he can catch up to Curse, because Crystal has been very fast ever since this last restart.
The sun is setting here in Portimao, and the sun is setting on this race at the moment with 3 laps to go. We still have 13 of some of the best drivers in the world here at SLR special event here, 100% race, and they're bringing it. Looks like Snell is having a bit of a tangle there. Fox, I think, a little bit of an overtaking, or maybe something happening here. It is side by side to go back to that little battle. Keep an eye.
Yeah, so Snell looking very good with those 3 seconds, but he's got Fox trying to overtake him because Fox, of course, wants that position on track and wants to get away from Snell because Fox is on 6 seconds, so he's not going to have that position from Snell if he stays that close to him. But yeah, Crystal very much pushing here to get past Dragon now. They're getting towards the penultimate turn now, trying to get a good launch out of there. If he can, then that might be the overtake that he needs.
Yeah, I won't show the tyres or keep the penalties up because the tyres are all practically exactly the same. Some of the drivers with some fresh boots, but there it is. Kerr's pushing. Let's see if Crystal's responded. Has Crystal responded? He hasn't responded, but he's tough. We'll give you the lap times in a second.
Yeah, he was stuck behind Dragon there, and he is next to Dragon. He's past Dragon. Oh, that was a close overtake there. Just pulling back onto the racing line in front of Dragon there. Dragon could respawn now on the second DRS straight.
Now he's got to go for it. He has to go for it. Like Crystal has to give it everything he possibly can. Now the thing is, the advantage. Actually, no advantage right now. Kurz could be in a bit of trouble. He's on 8 warnings. If he picks up 1 more corner warning, he's going to lose 9-second penalties. So Crystals needs to catch him and push, force him into a mistake if he wants to win this race. Kurz needs to maintain and manage that gap and not pick up a penalty, and he's going to win the race.
Yeah, and he is pushing. You can tell that he's pushing. He's going a lot faster than Crystal right now, but Crystal's going to be faster on the straight, I believe. Even without the DRS, Kurz doesn't have the fastest setup for straight line speed, but he does have the setup for this last sector, and he is gaining. And Crystal, meanwhile, still having to defend from Dragon. Dragon just... Oh, no! Crystal's lost connection, I think.
Oh, no, yes, we don't want that to happen. That's it. That's going to be practically game over for him. Well, he's still going to maybe get back in there in control of that car. The AI should be enough to hold him in here, but his chance... Race win's over. Yeah, please. Just in case.
Yeah, absolutely. His chance of the race win is over, but it could still be P2 because everybody around him has a lot of penalties.
Quicker we can get him in here, the quicker maybe he could still defend a podium position.
Oh, Pemi's gone past McKender, so those McLaren swapping position now.
Yeah, that's actually for race on too because they're both on 9-second penalties. So there would be no team orders. We didn't see any team orders before them anyway. So Foxy.
Oh, and McKender is pitting, I think.
Oh, that.
Yeah, Fox right behind Snellenke here. Oh, what's happening?
Snell's dropped a lot here. What's happened to Snell?
Oh no, it's Crystal just got overtaken by Bailey because he lost connection, and Snellenke just lost that position to Fox after a lot of laps that they spent battling.
Oh, game
but now
crash.
He only had to stay within 3 seconds.
Yeah, he's back. Come on, Crystals can still get a podium here. He had a game crash. That's been recent.
He's still looking good for a podium here. He just has to stay behind.
Penultimate lap. That's very, very disappointing for the Ferrari driver. We're going to speak to him actually after the race as well. Please don't go anywhere, guys. For sure. Well, you can't take it away the fact that he was potentially could have definitely been a P1 or a P2.
Oh, Snellenke's sending it on the inside of Fox there, trying to get that in the middle of the 3rd sector.
Yeah, there's a ghosted car in there. I think a back marker.
DRS on the straight. Yeah, which is his teammate actually. Once he's been very fast since the restart as well. We just haven't seen him too much because he was lapped. But yeah, he's been going very fast, especially in comparison to the other lap cars of Quinty.
I think Snell's trying to keep this gap to the leader really at the moment. See what sort of position he can get. Here it is.
Oh, and he's going past. He's done the overtake on Fox again.
He could be looking for a podium even. He's gone really wide, but Fox is going to come back. It's not what he wants.
He's losing a lot of time battling here.
That could very much be a podium just slipping through his fingers right now as he's being, back marker overtaking him. We might have to switch over to a leader soon because we are on the last lap of this 100% race.
Yeah, absolutely. Kurz looking very stable here. Kurz just going for the end of this race very carefully. He doesn't want to take any chances. He doesn't want to take another penalty. He just wants to take it home.
Yeah, get take it home. And he's going to take it home. 66 laps. He's leading most of this race. He's nursing one little warning of a penalty, but they doesn't need to worry about that now. He's only got the penultimate couple of corners to go. Kersey has done everything right that he has to today. Starting on pole, going to get that Williams across there and win this special event. 100% Portimao. Here it is. There's the Williams driver. Kersey wins the race.
Yeah. Wonderful. And Dragon right behind him with 9 seconds of penalties, just like Bailey Thompson has. Those two guys are going to drop down because Crystal there takes the fastest lap as well.
And he gets the fastest lap, so he got it back. He got it back with that disconnection issue, and that's going to be a little bit of a reward for him, hasn't it? At the end of the day, that's...
There, Schnellenke goes past Fox for P5 as well. Behind them, Mepo takes home P7. The two McLarens are still spinning on track. I think they've been struggling a bit since that last restart, but yeah, they're wonderful drive from Crystal, just not taking any penalties, just about taking back that second place. It was very close at the end there, but yeah, he takes that P2.
Old but wise out there. Some references. And obviously, we appreciate you guys out there in the YouTube world for hanging out there and providing us with all that information. So, yep, there. Well, I think we're getting a little bit of message. Kurz says his back hurts, his neck hurts, his butt hurts. Well, mate, you got champagne to try to cool yourself down with that one. As Foxy, I think it was, got the driver of the day. There you go. So, mate, that's got to feel good, isn't it? Everything is hurting right now, but one thing is not hurting. The fact that you can hold that trophy up and celebrate your race win.
Yeah, so really nice race to watch there. Kurz actually making that, well, not quite one stop because we did have that safety car at the end, but he did try the one stop, and it did reward him in the end. Just staying out forever on those mediums, and yeah, he took that win in quite a demanding fashion. But you know, Crystal at the end almost coming back to win the race. Just not quite with that connection. If he hadn't disconnected there, he could have still had a chance of the race win. That would have been very close at the end.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If you'd like to read through those results for us, please.
All right. So we've got Kirsten P1 at the end. We've got right behind him. Well, at the end it was a 7-second gap. We've got Crystals in P2. Then Dragon in 3, rounding out the podium. We've got Bailey Thompson losing a few positions there at the end, but still a very strong finish. Schnellenke in P5 with only 3 seconds of penalties. Then Fox, Nepo, Pemi, and McHenry, 2 McLarens still on the lead lap. And behind them we've got Wemsky, Wimpy, Tipsy Bob, and Shaka Alaka finishing the race. We lost a few of those drivers, but not too many retirements at the end. Could have been worse, I think, but a lot of safety cars for sure in that race.
Yeah, 3, I believe, at the end of the day. That it was. So we'll see if we can scrounge up some of these drivers. So we'll obviously give them a little bit of a minute or so to have a bit of a stretch.
Yeah, I think they'll have to breathe for a bit.
Bathroom break or something like that. Certainly after a 100% race. So
yeah, but you know, when you're done, feel free to join the interviews channel. We'll pull you in. We'll talk to you, and I'm very interested to see what these drivers are going to say about the race.
I am as well, for sure. See, meanwhile, while we're here, let me see if I can actually just pull those results up for us. For you guys to see on the screen while we do talk through the interviews. Haven't really done that too often, but let's give it a shot. I'm not used to saving these images. I just keep it up for all that telemetry and all that jazz that we have. Yeah, interesting strategy, wasn't it? The only man that did the one-stop was Kersey that won the race.
He said it before the race. He said he was going to try it, and it did work out. So, you know, he was very confident in that one-stop strategy.
Well, they are here.
I think that start on the mediums really worked out for him.
We do have him waiting. So if you want to pull in anybody at a time, we can go through those interviews.
Yeah, you know, let's pull out. Let's pull in that race winner. Let's pull him in with his brilliant strategy. Hello there. Welcome to the commentary booth. Wonderful race from you. Very nice race win there. You did the strategy you had planned. That one stop almost working out. Then at the end another safety car. You pitted. You managed to take that one at the end. Wonderful race.
Yeah, I don't think I really put a foot wrong. I think that whole race, I just kind of in my own world in that way. It was more like when McKenna was catching up and Crystals, I was more like focusing on that the delta, not getting the penalties, because I knew that if I got that 3-second time penalty, then I know the win wouldn't have been secured then.
Yeah, because
absolutely.
I've got the results up there on the screen. So you were also towards the end they're again, obviously under attack there massively from Crystals. We could see you were just pushing to try to cover that off. You were also, for me, showing on 8 warnings, which means that 9th one would have cost you an extra 3-second penalty. Is that in the back of your mind as you were pushing?
Yeah, it was. It was kind of in the back of my mind, but also I was thinking, let's get this done cleanly because I want to go and eat. I was so tired after that race.
Yeah, I think in the actual Discord chat, you were saying your back hurts, your neck hurts, your leg hurts,
Yeah.
your butt hurts, everything hurts, right?
Yep, exactly that. Yeah, like there was a point where it got so try hard. I just realized I was like slouching so far forward, like just focusing. So like, but yeah, I got through it. I won, which feels great, especially after 66 laps. Because I always got in the back of my mind Singapore from last season where I spun on the last lap in P1 and crashed.
Oh.
Yeah, on the line, which was not great, but you know, made it through, crossed the line, won. Crystals drove really well with the comeback drive. I was really scared about him, knowing because we practiced together and we were like non-stop fighting each lap, so I knew that he was quick. Makenda was really quick as well, but unfortunately he spun, and I also got really lucky with the traffic where I got DRS on the straight, so that really helped me pull a gap against him, so he couldn't get DRS on me.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, exactly right. I'm going to try to pull up a little bit of a. It's going to say ending screen, but it's highlights for some of the video, for some of the replays and stuff that I have. Not a lot of them because I think I was just too busy focusing on all the racing. Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you find this track overall? Obviously, you won, so you did like it. Is it a great addition to the calendar?
Yeah, it's definitely a great addition to the calendar. Like, especially with Codemasters, I think they're going to start going into like, since they got funding from EA, they're going to start laser scanning tracks. Like Portimao and Imola are really well made tracks, and Portimao I think is probably my best track right now. Like, I don't know, you playing it on like a set of Corsa, I was already so used to it. So I think that definitely gave me an advantage, but I know a lot of other people have definitely raced in this track too. So
some of the people out there are saying they don't like the track because of the track limits, but it is what it is. We'll have to still give it to I think it was who's one of our Meepo. Meepo actually ended up coming in there and finishing in P7 as well, and that man had 8 pit stops exactly.
Yeah.
Ran out of everything. Hey, Kez, we'll let you go eat, mate. Thank you very much. Congratulations on that race win. We've got little highlights at the moment coming up there. I don't have a great deal because I didn't hit all the saving as much as what I did. But there's you right there holding that trophy up.
I can see myself. Yeah.
Yeah, congrats, Owen.
With the Swedish flag, and I'm not even
Yeah,
Swedish.
I was going to say, you don't sound very Swedish to me, mate.
No, well, realistically, I would have had the Portuguese flag because I'm from Angola, so we speak Portuguese. So technically, it's the closest to my home track, so winning at home, technically. So yeah.
Well, good on you.
Fitting. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, Kez.
Well, thanks for commentating.
Not a problem,
Thank
mate. Go grab some food. You kept it all entertaining for us, and that's the main thing.
Yeah, no problem. See you later.
See you, mate.
Yeah.
There you go. So who's next?
Great.
We've got a few of the drivers up here are pretty keen, and well, it's up to you there.
Yeah, I'd say
Snakes.
let's pull up that challenger who almost took the race win there at the end. Let's get in X Crystals.
Hello, hello.
Hello there, Crystals.
Yeah.
Wonderful race there. You almost took the race win. What a shame that you disconnected in that last lap. That was in those last few laps. It was very close at the end with the penalties. How was it for you?
Yeah, I mean, in this moment it's quite difficult. I can join the podium. Obviously it's good, but you know, I was doing a great recovery, but I got disconnected like in the last lap or lap 65. So yeah, it was quite difficult. I mean, it was good race in general, good pace, good everything. I was struggling a little bit in the last sector, and I mean, I saw the race director, and like the last lap, I was 1 second faster than Curse. So if I wasn't get disconnected, maybe I would get the win. But yeah, I mean, it's fine. Congrats to him. I mean, he did a very good race, dominant pace, honestly. All the race, I think it was in P1 all the race.
Yeah, see it. Sorry, go ahead, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, was like the safety car restart. After 1 or 2 laps, I spun like in the last sector, and in this moment I was like, why every time I have to ruin my own race? But after was like running 20 laps alone, I think, and after we got the safety car, so I thought, okay, head down. Maybe you have the chance to win because I knew there's a 6 second penalty and 2 warnings on the lap 64. So I did everything I could do today.
You absolutely did. It would have been fantastic without that game. You had a game crash, I believe. Is that what it was towards the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, complete game crash. So thankfully we got you back in as quickly as possible. Obviously, you wanted to come back in as possible. I don't want to hear the, I mean, imagine the curse words you were probably shouting out at that point when it happens when you were so close. And that would have been really a nail biter towards the end there between you perhaps stealing that race win away from Kurz because you did everything you want. It didn't go too well, obviously, at the start after that spin. You know, you dropped all the way back and it was like, but somehow you just kept with it, didn't you? You put your head down, kept with the times. Your pit stop was a lot earlier than I guess you expected, so you had to crawl your way back up through there. I got to show you know that's just the pouncing Ferrari dedication, isn't it, and commitment.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also Italian, so you know.
Yeah, it's got to
But,
feel good.
Yeah, honestly, with a win would be better, obviously. But
Yeah, but
Yeah, I mean,
the win
like-
was out of your hands. That was the game thing that prevented that from happening. You know, prevent the possibility of that happening. So, but we all know that it could have very much been that situation.
yeah, also, I mean, I had to pit early because obviously after the spin, the tires were cooked. So I opted for the soft again. I did like 20-25 laps. I overtook some guys, and after I pitted again for the soft. And after the safety car come out, so I pit again. Yeah, it was crazy race, a lot of battles, but I think it was quite clean this race. I mean, I haven't seen too much, but the guy had, I mean, we raced really hard today.
Yeah, I think it was looking like a lot of good wheel-to-wheel battles, especially out in front. There was a bit of contact, bit down the grid, but yeah, that was pretty much just down to all the safety car restarts because the field got bunched up a lot. Yeah, out in front, very much clean fighting there. It was very enjoyable to watch for sure. We saw you fighting, I think, with Curse for quite a bit there, and with I think Bailey as well.
Bailey,
It was
yeah.
very nice to watch.
Yeah. And thank you for you guys to for commentating.
Not a problem, mate. You guys are doing the racing. You're doing the hard work. We're just sitting up in the cool air-conditioned commentary box, just bringing you all that entertainment, just for you guys, obviously, so that you can also go over and skip through it later and see how everything went for the rest of the race that you don't get to see until you watch a replay back. So
Yeah, I watched the stream after. So.
excellent. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
There. So great
no
job.
problem.
It's a what if
Yeah, thank
could have been too for Crystals, the man that started in P3 and ended up finishing in P2. Could have won P1. Late game crash, but still he
Yeah, me too.
got back in there and managed to not let his ghosted car lose too many more places. So yeah, good on you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Right, congrats, man.
Bye bye. Yeah, thank you. Bye bye.
Oh, I just moved him out there. Well, I wanna grab somebody, and I've got a question to ask. So let's grab Mippo. All right, hello Mippo. Let's get the obvious question out of the way.
Oh,
How many times did you pit? Could we get a quick count?
8.
It's 8 up
Okay.
on the screen there right now. Those results exactly.
Yeah.
My team telemetry software does not have any more slots for your pitting. And
Yeah, you almost just broke
Yeah.
you almost broke our broadcasting software. So you know, tell us why
Why I pitted 8 times?
exactly.
Okay, first pit was under the safety car. Yes. Secondly, I pitted again because my tires were wrong. After that, I pitted because Vamski said I decided to brake or something, so I hit him. I pitted again. That's 3 already. As you can know, I got out. Sometimes between that, I pitted again, which makes 4. Then I don't remember after that.
I
like
can tell you
5,
if you want, if you need a refresher of all the tires.
Okay, yeah,
You went
please tell me.
soft, hards, mediums, hards, mediums, softs, and the last one I couldn't even get. I think that was softs too. I think. No, or mediums. I can't remember. I think you're on mediums because you didn't have any
Yeah, he
softs
was
left.
on the mediums at the end.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah, I kept changing the tires like every safety car. I changed like 2 times. So that's like 6. Was there 3 safety cars?
3 safety cars there was.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I changed like 2 per safety car, so I had 6 already there, and then I changed direct like in the race. I changed twice. Yes.
All right.
You
know,
also
we've gotta say-
got sorry. I think you're sharing it actually, but that DHL time penalty award. I think at 18 seconds. You'll have to share that with some of those
Yeah.
other drivers as well. But yeah, that's something else to
The
take home.
track limits are annoying.
But you got to remember, my friend, with that amount of pit stops that you took, and that's a lot, and we were talking about that up in the commentary box as well, like, you know, you're an average of 25 seconds per pit stop. Some of those are a bit longer of a front wing change. That's about a couple of minutes of of time, and you're not finishing a couple of minutes away from the leaders, and you've still
No,
managed
no.
to get P7. That's still impressive.
Yeah, I know how to drive.
You know, try. I know you do actually. Qualified in P6, and against this with these lads, full qualifying session too. That's pace. Just didn't go your way today, did it? Track limits you mentioned.
Yeah. I hate them.
Well, they're there so that you guys have to behave. Otherwise, there'd be corner cutting left, right, and center, as we see.
Yeah, I kind of lost at the race start. Maybe I don't. Yeah, I was going for P5 overtaking Pemmi. I think I remember pushing him wide accidentally, but I spun at the turn 8. Too much speed.
There we have it.
I think we actually saw a few incidents like that. There was a few people just pushing a slight bit too much, and you know, maybe slightly getting a bit too much on that curb. I think it was especially turn 7, turn 8. There was a lot of spins there, so yeah, that track definitely very, very, very dangerous.
Well, I only spun once, so
Yeah,
I
I
think
mean
that's
from
a
other
great-
drivers as well.
Yeah, 100%
so yeah, only one
race.
spin. Yeah,
100% race.
Not bad.
In this track, Portimao, it's I mean, it's even 50% races that I've seen. It's some of the best drivers on the planet spin once. There's a spin we're watching right now, actually, from Bailey. We'll talk to him about that on the replay of the stream. The highlights reel. Thank you very much out there to Snell and everybody else saying about the graphics and stuff. As you know, well, you commentate a few races and stream a few races. You should add some of the goodies there. Hope to bring the entertainment. That's the key, isn't it? Anyway, I've got Crystal's name up there at the moment. I need to change that because I need to change that to yours. See, I'm falling behind. But, yeah.
Ooh, is there something highlights about me?
No, I don't.
Oh,
I'm
no.
not going to be that specific. Okay, if I would actually need a producer for that, but it's coming into the
I
plans.
think we can actually see your car here at the race start. So yeah,
Yeah.
race start was pretty clean. there.
Oh, I was so good at the race start, maybe.
Going down the inside of Pemi, and then
And then I pushed him. No, I didn't push him. Never mind. I
that
take
was looking pretty good.
I take it back.
Yeah, I think racing was pretty clean from you. I'm pretty consistent, you know. Every time you pitted, you managed to get back up, managed to get some positions back, and I didn't really see any contact there. So, you know, well done. Good race from you. And really good result, you know, considering all the pit stops and you spin at some point. Pretty good to still get back up to P7 at the end.
Yeah, and Ocean Chief is saying that I'm featured in the low light. Ooh, burn me
Yeah.
down to the ground.
They go picking on a fantastic drivers. Yeah, now we're all having fun, of course. Anyway, we'll let you go, mate. And tiring. Well, obviously, you're one of the younger guns because we do have there's a lot of the old. You sound younger, obviously. I'm confirming how old you are, but a lot of the older guys out there are complaining about back aches and pains and stuff like that. How did you find the endurance of the race? Oh, I guess.
I still have a sore arm, so that didn't really help.
And you're on a
it, so-
wheel, I presume, or some.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Fair enough. So yeah, you had to go with force feedback.
I had to turn it off for this race because sore arm.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's tough. It's tough with the force feedback and stuff. These drivers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely when I spin and all. But I only once, so didn't expect anything cool.
Thank you very much, Meepo.
Okay.
We'll let you go so we can continue on with the interviews for the rest of the drivers, and
Yeah, I'm too good.
you
so.
you can study all those
Right.
track limits. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. I'll need that. Do you have a book that I can buy from you?
No, No, not at all. But just replays, watch it over and over again. Just do what everybody else does. Put ridiculous amounts of hours in the game. That pretty much you already have.
I have almost 400 hours.
Okay.
So
Is
I
that
don't
all?
know what you're talking
Is that all?
about.
I'm already at 2,000. What are you talking about? It's commentating hours, of course, not driving. But yeah. Anyway, I'm not.
Oh, no,
not
no.
not
All right,
driving,
thank
yeah.
you, Epo,
Yeah,
for the
thanks, mate.
interview. Thank you
No,
for joining
no,
us here.
no,
Good race.
no, thank you. Why you bullying?
We're not bullying you. You did fantastic. P7, mate. With all those pit stops, that's a pretty good drive. Congratulations.
All right. Yeah, he's already gone. He's left
Yeah.
us. But yeah, I'd say let's grab in Wamski, and then we'll talk to Bailey last after that.
All right. Let's have a look at where's Oneski. He finished in P10. So look at his name up here. Here he is.
Can I just
Oh,
say
that's
I'm
good.
bringing a chocolate cake towards the commentator's booth?
Oh, yeah. Oh, lovely.
wonderful.
Thank you, man.
Can we have some?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
We had some snacks earlier, but you know, there was a long race. They're all gone now, and I wouldn't say no to some cake.
I mean, I got loads of cakes, so.
Wonderful.
Well,
And
you
you
get the
got some
cake
points
and you
as
get a
well,
point.
right?
You get a point, Mr. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, I know. It was a difficult race. What can I say? Well, the first time I made a mistake, I didn't time Tipsy Bob breaking point, so I lost the front wing. And the second time, when I lost the front wing again, it was unfortunate because Wimpy and I don't remember, it was another Ferrari that I was fighting with. They made contact, and I unfortunately got involved in it and hit Wimpy, so I had to pin again. And then the safety car happened, which put me behind Makenda for some reason. So I was like a lap behind every single driver. But I managed to do everything I can to get at least that 1 point for the team and have fun, because that was the point of the event, to have fun, get everyone back into the racing after a month break. And I hope everyone enjoyed it, since it was my idea to come up with the event, and I hope to do more events like that for the league and make it more entertaining.
Yeah, absolutely. Wonderful planning for the event, and you know, also happy birthday.
Yes.
By the
Thank
way.
you.
I've
Now-
already told you, but yeah. let's
Now I
celebrate
realize
here on stream.
That's why I realized what the cake is for. That's why you're having the cake. Okay.
Yes.
You know, celebrate that point you got. Kind of a shame there at the end that you got lapped, because you were looking very fast at the end of that race. I think that could have been a nice birthday surprise if you got back there, but you know, with how the game works, sadly impossible to unlap yourself under a safety car. Could have been really nice. I think it was very nice to watch.
Yeah, I got super confused, like, because I was right behind Makenda, and the game just decided to say stay behind Makenda, and I'm like, I'm 10th and he's first, so what the heck's going on here? So I just suffered through it and just kept my position and let everyone just go past me.
There you have it. Hey, listen, I'm getting disconnected. No, I'm not disconnected. I think you're still here, right?
We're still hearing you.
Yeah, we're still
you're there.
No, that's fine. Just everything went really quiet. Everything goes really quiet. Something's usually wrong. Something breaks. but- yeah. Well, Tipsy Bob said out there, my gift to Warm is that I won't get angry from him running me off in the final safety car restart. So happy birthday from the Tipsy Bob.
Oh, about that, on my eyes, Tipsy Bob was actually ghosted, and when I look back, I witnessed that he did hit me, so it was the game's fault, because the whole...
I think it's lap cars. Yeah, lap cars
Yeah.
just get ghosted, but you can still hit them. It's, you know.
Like, I do
mildly broken.
have footage of him being ghosted, so it's just unfortunate with the safety car shenanigans.
Yeah, safety car shenanigans, no doubt, especially after that restart with all those ghosted back markers as well, definitely came into play, because it was difficult for me to even look at that from a spectator point of view, seeing cars go through cars as you're trying to, you know, hit the loud pedal and try to find your racing line and all that sort of jazz as you're battling out the cars. It's just a difficult thing, but yeah, so it was good. It was good.
Yeah.
All right, and
Enjoy
to
your cake.
celebrate with your cake, we've
Yeah.
also got a very special guest in here with us. We've got our big league admin, Mr. Ocean Chief.
Hey guys, yeah, just wanted to join with Wham in chat just to say good job for organising it. As he said there, he has organised this whole event. He came to me and said, what about putting on this 3-day event? And unfortunately, the desync issue kind of hit around the same time as we had planned that to hold this. So we had to kind of throw this together pretty much on the hoof. So Wham has taken the lead with that, and just wanted to really take the opportunity to say happy birthday to Wham. Thank you for doing this. The commentators as well, great stuff. Listened to the whole stream, and I was engineering. I was trying to get the ERS information for my guys, but
Yeah, I don't give
Biggles,
that, mate.
You're on to me.
No, I
Yeah, I
don't-
know
yeah.
you play hardball. It's okay. Yeah. But I also wanted to say as well, just going forward, we're going to hire Wamsky on as our events manager. So keep an eye out for more events such as this here. I mean, all the graphics, everything you saw, apart from the stuff yourself, Biggles, put up there with the stream, was done by Wamsky. So he's done a really great job, and I look forward to seeing some more events coming up. So if anyone has any ideas or whatever, or wants to get involved, just give us myself or Wamsky a wee shout. But yeah, I think I don't know about you guys, but from watching the stream, it looked like most of the desync issues are fixed. Obviously, it wasn't great to see X Crystals disconnect there and missed out on potentially getting P1. Maybe we'll never know. But I guess that's just Codemasters. There's always going to be bugs of some kind in this game, it seems. But as long as all the desync ones are out, we're good. So we're back to League Racing next week. But that's it from me. I will shut up now and leave. Thanks, guys.
No, thank you, mate.
Great, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, putting all that together and then obviously providing the information. I've been nagging you about how to make sure that everything's good. You got the commentators as well, us commentators and everything sorted out. So you did a fantastic job at that. He's left anyway now. But yeah, I didn't know Wamsky did all those fantastic graphics. So thank you, Wamsky, for all that. I forgot. That's
That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help
you did
out,
the starting graphics and all that jazz, right? That's the great graphics we had at the start there. Yeah, see, there it is from the start of that race. Yeah, good.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help out the community and to make it more entertaining. So, yeah.
And to drive as
and
well.
to drive, yes,
and
indeed,
to drive, so you get
yes.
to do that and to eat some birthday cake. So, yeah.
Indeed.
So, I think we're gonna thank you. We're gonna bring obviously big shout out to Ocean Chief. I think we should finally bring in the man that's just been sitting in the room by himself for some time now, hasn't he? The poor guy.
All right, yeah. Have a nice evening, Wamsky.
Yeah,
Celebrate
yeah,
your birthday.
too.
Well.
Thank you.
All right, yeah. Let's grab that.
Should
last
we, or
one.
should we
Let's get
keep
Billy
him
in here.
waiting for another?
Oh yeah, we could pull Curse back in.
No.
All right, let's get Bailey. Hey there, Bailey. Welcome to the commentary booth. Finally. Yeah. So, all right. Your name right now is Bailey # I don't spin, but I believe that was
I've had to relive that spin like several times in the highlights package, man. I just got on the car too much.
Yeah, I think we were saying that as well when you spun. You just took a bit too much of that corner, and you clawed your way back up there. So
That's
wasn't
the
too bad at
exact
the
same
end.
thing, like 30 laps later, but he just managed to save it.
Yeah.
But like, my race was alright. I mean, I was definitely the lead person for different strategies, because when I came in, everyone, like, in the first safety car, I was like on the mediums. I was like, yeah, I want to pit for softs, but do the 2-stop, and then everyone behind me just comes in. I think people were just following me. I don't know. That's my. I'm gonna take credit for different strategies.
Yeah, we did almost see Curse being the trendsetter there because he did fake a pit stop real quick, and Crystal did follow him as well, but neither of them managed to accidentally get into the pits at the end. So yeah, you were the trendsetter there with the strategy, and it did kind of work out there at the end. You got back up to some good positions. You were fighting a lot with these other guys, but I think there were just a few battles that didn't quite go your way there, and then in the end you just weren't in the perfect position to take advantage of anything.
I mean, yeah, I think I was the leading laps I was doing. It was just difficult. Cars was like really down on the straight line. I just had to take advantage as well. I think everyone did. So when he got ahead, I think it was like 30 laps in, 20 odd laps into my soft stint. So they obviously didn't feel particularly great. And Makenda's softs at that point were really fresh after the second safety car when he pitted. And honest, the cars was so down on the straight line. I think at one point I was getting like 7 tenths on them with DRS and ERS just from the straight line, and that was the only thing keeping me ahead of Makenda. So as soon as I lost that, I was pretty hard to stay ahead.
You had a great race start. I'm looking at the race start right here. You're really putting pressure on Kersey, isn't it? That first turn right there. So you had the pace with him, and that was when the Ferrari started to drop off from that pack. Everybody kind of got through that first corner as well, quite well. We didn't see the safety cars until a little bit later. And, of course, on the highlights, you're going to keep seeing that spin from you over and over again.
Okay, it's on the stream for me
it's
now.
coming up
and
now. Yeah, it's around here.
Yeah, if you I just take too much cam.
Yeah, it's in the inside as well where you lost it. Not on the outside, it's right there.
It's the sausage. It's the sausage curve. I just clip it.
Very lucky, too, for the Ferrari, the other drivers behind, even though you'd be ghosting to come back in. It's going to throw them off their racing line. But, yeah. But that was it.
Yeah.
That was really the only mistake, isn't it? And then the rest of it was just a couple of corner cutting things, which come back and bite you.
The double warnings, man, they were horrendous at this track. I went off like once a couple of times and just came back on with double warnings. It was really awful.
It's a special event, no doubt, this one, so it's not really a part of a league race with systems. So I doubt that there's going to be a lot of people really bothering with getting anything or penalties removed and stuff like that, because it's not battling for a championship. It's here for more for fun. I think everybody's absolutely exhausted anyway after the 100% race to really bother with any of that stuff. But yeah, it was a good test of the D word that we don't mention. That didn't really happen. It hasn't really happened, I think, in league racing. I've been doing probably about, 12 league races since the update now of different tracks and different places and stuff. And been good. Just lobby restart issues. Well, we had a lobby restart issue because drivers didn't have their settings, and plus my internet crashed for a second. So we're lucky to have that. But inside, I think there was a couple little things that were mentioned as well, too, between Kers. I think somebody was saying Crystals sees Kers. Well, that might have just been one of those little temporary pause moments, right, when a car can just appear here and then all of a sudden it's appearing somewhere else. But overall, I don't think it's that. Yeah.
There wasn't too much desync from my end. Everyone was relatively
No, D word. I said the D word is banned.
Alright, well, we got to face the reality, Biggles. Come on. You can't run away from it.
Yeah, game crashes are the only biggest problem right now. And it was quite surprising that it did happen to Crystals late in the race, because some of the drivers that I've known have that game crash, including even commentators. I had a commentator the other day, had crashed like 3-4 times during a race, and just as a commentator. So there is that issue to be fixed. There is a patch coming out, I believe, very soon for that. A real quick patch. That's something that generally occurs. But overall, I think that this patch has fixed a lot more problems than it has caused new problems, which is the key.
Yeah.
Anyway, we kept you waiting a long time, Bailey. Overall, you started the race. Let's go back to the starting grid. You started that race in P2, and we'll go over to those results right there, which are there. So, falling down to P4, but that's still pretty good, right? You have to say, at the end of the day.
It was alright. I mean, I would have liked it if we didn't have to restart, because Kurs forgot to load his setup, and that was really funny to me.
Well, you had to as well, mate, because I couldn't get the stream back up going. We had to get a new stream key and all sorts of jazz, all right? Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to broadcast it, so that wouldn't have been any fun.
You couldn't have waited for half an hour in the interviews channel if you hadn't done that, You would have totally missed out on that.
Oh, God. God forbid. Yeah, it's like an hour and a half of my life just well spent.
But I think you had some really nice battles in the race. So at least that was fun, right? Like I think there was some really close fights with McKender and some of the other guys there. I think it's really nice to get racing again, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it's better than staying on the sidelines for the past 4 weeks. And we got racing again next week in SLR. So
yeah,
nice.
I'm loving it. I mean, there was even a race event, I think, in another league the other day, where it was the first time, because we're going back to racing again. First time I saw 20 drivers join a lobby and be ready in 2 minutes. I'm like, you could barely get 10 or 10 or 12 drivers, but for all the issues, everybody's stoked to be back, and it's good. It's good that everybody, because we all love F1. I mean, I don't even race. I love commentating it, and I'm glad to be back, helping out league, doing this stuff. So yeah. It's good. It's going back up again, and we've had, I guess, most leagues paused everything, but now that hit the play button back again, because we are definitely rolling again. Yeah, let you go, Bailey. Thank you very much for waiting and your patience there. Congratulations on P4. Like, bringing the car home, that's all you need to do, isn't it, at the end of the day?
Yeah,
see the
exactly.
checkered flag. That's the worst thing you want, is to be DNF'd into the first couple of laps after putting so much effort into this. Certainly starting second row. So good on you, mate.
Yeah. Well,
You go.
I'll,
You're teaching.
see you
You're
guys
trying to teach
later.
these old
Yeah.
dogs some
Thanks
new
for joining
tricks.
us.
Yeah.
It's-
So go on and
They
go and
need-
enjoy some of that birthday cake that Wham's giving
Yeah,
out there.
go follow Wamsky. He's gonna be
Wamsky.
somewhere out there.
Got some cake.
I'm probably an AOR social race in the Netherlands.
Oh
So
wow. Okay, so you got more to go. All right.
yeah.
All right, have fun.
Alright, see you guys.
That's it. See ya. So that's it. Snacksy.
Yeah, we're done with the interviews.
Yeah,
I think.
we're done with it.
It was
Yeah.
very nice talking to those guys.
It
Lots
was.
of lots of interesting viewpoints on that race, and yeah, just really nice to get racing again. You know, have this experience, have a social race. I think it was just fun all around.
Absolutely. It's you got to build it back in. 100% also is something that's well, it's a lot of work, isn't it, for the drivers, for everybody involved, and to keep it. And I love the fact that we didn't have that many DNFs, and that was the key, because it could all go pearl shaped pretty quickly. Where in a long race, once again, you don't want to be not seeing the checkered flag. Especially, we had so much fantastic wheel-to-wheel racing, didn't we? A lot of great wheel-to-wheel racing. Anything could have gone wrong, but it didn't necessarily. Just a couple of spins. Most of those spins, too, were actually from the driver errors. And, yeah, that's it. I'd have to say absolutely it. So, that's it. We're calling it, mate. Snacksy, thank you very much, mate, to working with you
Thank
again.
you.
Thank you very
you
much
as well.
for Slipstream League Racing for allowing me to be back in the commentary box and put this event on. I was free, I was available, and I love F1, so I was like, why not? Why not? It's good. Good to be back with this crew. I haven't been with you guys for a while because I'm busy with other schedules, but anytime I can try to help out this fantastic league, I will, and I do. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
Good on
And,
you.
we'll be back to racing soon. So
excellent.
everybody,
I'm
make
looking
sure to
forward to
come
it.
back next week.
I'll be watching it as well. I can't be watching it at the same time, but I'll be watching it after, that's for sure. So, thank you.
All right, awesome.
All right, take care, everybody. Good night. Stay safe.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Monaco, baby!